And welcome to the Happy Morning Show live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 95.9 and 100.1 Onyankopon Adumunti. Yakwa weekend no aba. Yewa wekamu and yewa ni jemu because you know say Onyankopon Adumunti bibia ebekoye for us throughout the rest of the days ahead of us. Menim so Onyankopon Adumunti ho ye, one ebusuan dom nyina bibia ekoye edema mo tu kwan makọ mabasum mu. Ya nti asembo ne bia obia nso so awa hoden. And ntinum this week we are optimistic say the week will go well for us. Nti mo akwa ba eba happy morning shows medin at the simulation Samuel akopem na ide ye ACP retired Victor Tando bedin komo or the road situated betin bebe beto so na ye the headlines of the newspapers so Abraham for sports update kakra ebebremo na afensus no ye the social media trends so Abraham na afia boran anymore ye di enkomo ensem de bebre any we happen so nti I'm hoping to you stay with us that long na ye di enkomo. It's about information, it's about education, it's about inspiration, it's about motivation, and it's about your well-being as well. And chatting the course from Mother Ghana, in the end, we can be proud of ourselves to say we helped shape the national conversation or the national agenda. Yedin Koma na afeni any ACP retired Victor Tando Ekwedin Komo. Yo, I'm now saying ACP retired Victor Tando Din Commando Pen or the road city tidbits in Ebre, which median so ACP on a pension Wakwaba.
Major boss.
Hello, ACP.
Hello, Major boss.
Yo, on a pension Wakwabeja.
Major boss.
Na Mpomo Kodeja.
And Yamin Chadium, actually.
Yo, on a pension dear. You know the name.
Yo, Midwasi. It's my form more happy at them. You mean in a Wakwaba. You couldn't have ye. Or don't forget any din ye. Now, odd mamma the patchy and yet me as from what you move be a bishop. Mammo, any more do my pa. Mammo, then a money a man for a dinky cam. The sort for John Cossor and come home. On Tremusium, on Cosson Chicken and so and Chiramo. A tear for mutage me day and a pain, Mamma. A mamma chia dish at one best age me day Cassie. Oh, Happy FM 98.9. My paying your boss, they must submit a Sean and a key a drum. All my body should only be near Isaac a day. Justice Nati, Raymond Nyamado, a rapper Fatisha Ibu Ali, Anna, Director John Kuma. Before the Amias, what Mamma Patchy and Yaswa holding 2 and 92 and sa. Omianka hu se sebe enyi nim de ene papa bi da bi kra na mum eyatom isa dom de a ene me retired police for fi momo in salute e hu nche hu no pay se by his grace we are alive. I not dumara kwa pusafonitie for any that so editing kwam nyeso no pay ehin ne ekro na si e konso a e be ko ne sen ene ye ba e ba ne sen Pamintia divestment of some penny fluid. Opinion of being Canada Central University, more channel pay Yaminkan. Ura drew quite or Providential Bank, also Michiawana pay Monkoff Mojma for another. Master question only a jasco, most of whom any boy. I remember one channel pay Yamin and Cosara and come home. Benchia penny a jouto. Ono was showman penning as I reach you this morning. After Chief Asare, I then tear down Frafaha. Bema, Michel Nebusa for you and Yamin Cosora and Shira, non coming in Amaho. So Minchia Miaminia, Nana Poku, and Oregimo CMB, penning for Nibi. Hooka for pa and hooka for. Also, HR or SIC, State Insurance. Away I can change. Away I can change. I pogo. Oh no, my windinum. Any bushan for Mamma Gloria and Minara. Mamma Yana shedding you, Mamma Yana shedding. I mean, and she would give you non come on. So for that channel pay ye, see a coin. Yes, you see a lot of council. Now, we ye. If I find say not a yara. A yara, could see back whom you be. In a CCA, na bako, I know drink a crack. akonso ye motofo ya bi motofo yi asodin nano polisi sahin IGP adamodi edi dimadi sonkubi ashe mumubi ensa se pilot riders se mo beye niye aboa na omaka no asua nso yenye hu zakrai no papa baako o shem traffic light na so car se gina ono ni nwa motofo ni pipo gina no nam fifi oda no hakim the one in nine man for kofra no hospital na esi de menyente so atwa nanano so wapra menyente the prade na tibia no obepra enti moto for misremo aya mamo nyim hu ni semu de moto no utimi wura ba bia hu be ha depi it is not so cry and sir if you see nya fidie so ko papa oh lord kwa no so any time you say betimi aboa hey enough for more enough for my question see am say it class them no enough for kura anything a priest for the nyasem eduru ho eni muja ni no ma fie go ni moto asay no e fa to kan na tipa na fi e de ko ni ko ise ye be fi nse mi mu ye fi mu ye be dom sko ye hu se ni asem no e sisi ye ana to be obi sa e sa je de si ye yin na hu se ni eke da be priest for nyom odwuma sa obi e hu se ni eke na so e so mo to ombo hwehwem no man no kura ente nam so akwanhyia ni si ye no eteti na no ene ba ni e kire wa no asem ye busa se na wa ha bi uhunu ye ede na uhunu ye ene ne kaka ho we nyina na tura bia na yente aposwase mesro manfo e munye abotre fama na ade baako esi na otu etu emunumu na ahomati kakra ese ehwe damudie anakata sesha index bi ese benifo bi ye hwehwe mu principal ni dikan na ya bo bi din ye no ya bo bi din ye nsa ya bo bi din 9 near the National Road Safety Authority for abeka ho the National Road Safety Authority for emwo dey no mbeka ho emwo ye papa bia that's be hu ekwan be fa so ade the education chere ade the teacher no try there be na waje keta se mommy en share no na principal dey so kura no that day is the principal edika then the day omo edika the meaning of principal the process ahin IDP to the kufu dan pare no officer oji process ni onyam esi ho oji process ni onyam disi ho enti mom yenti na sem na se yes sa yen suban to see the one see the first see to go on ai ni pe nyina ni tua etika mu ye ni tua no eno ho ena mpeni fuhwehwe mu a ekwaje o ne principal na mu so oji 2 series na mu so obi di 5 series ato form na okofa na eno ano omo eti office eti omo aduma no ewo office a omo ji bibi tapa bi pa omo ano omo ano so kama no o di ehu dabi yehu me say yehu it is like you me the pen for omo tu ombo pa hwehwe mu yi 1 series 2 series na kwa ho eno nye no papa bi no pa no ehihye ho omo hwehwe mu ombe hu ye nyina to da bi na odi duma bi na okokue bi so a wo se na o ho akere pa enti pen for hwehwe mu yi am say principal o me ne police sahin enko benkro yes say yin suban ana madafu bi so to kam na ka me mono kakra ye gina no ni abetua prize honorable na okwan ni principal be mi ensa na abetua me ka no hia ye friend honorable maza okwan na so there wada modu he there any hia fa edi mestre principal almost esuban so almost say omusuban ye hwe process adwuma enye process adwuma na etweto tie de akatua adwuma efo dia process for etweto ye ni first na so nye ni etweto ifie die si bi no bebre ifie ya mumye susu nye no mabia ade ni kurase ebre yen na de ni kurase ebre process adwuma ya ma tumi fa ye adwuma auto tumi na se abo di tumi ne ye la sulu ya I beg you, Master, honorable. Yes, say Subanya, say Subana, between Apua. And no, and over a damn Parugusua, or to Norma. So be a better here, or send you where to money. Give you any star, between Apua. Only a penny soup and any bite. Yes, you need it. And it's a boy. And the birds were in example. Hallelujah. Me can't talk. And make an assembly say Suban. Now, I do, baby. That is just an index in one. I'm very much a medican. Udi can be biara nede and gracia and a deba. Omi and channels. So for an you fin out of us. Messi P. The baby ever called me DBC and so, and then I'll film you. I am only and channels in your car. In your fee, a by in your butler. Me and two boys who caught me so to bass with Demois. And I'll timber can you win ye. I mean, your fee. Over Yankee. Only ye. Let my pet beara is it, you will be any sooner day. A gentleman yet atom and insure. Everman.
You always be on a paper to ask for a road, city better the Abre Elgmedia and Isabel na the headlines of the newspapers now. Abre a for any actual for you now. And you're welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. We have 9 more minutes before we hit the top of the hour. 6. So I think I do a feeding at one and say more about average meeting. So if you, I'm hoping it's a weekend equally Edema and you're ready for an exciting conversation and show live on Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 95.9 and 100.1 and live on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Your handle on then you know me tie Ekayo say hey Happy 989 FM and I say ETV Ghana and I say Obo ETV Ghana and Happy 98.9 FM oh Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All of them will show you our logo for Happy FM. A yellow for ETV, some red one. Now, I follow you. I will honor that you know your D in South Suwa or I'm a pay fatty Elminches and so Raymond Elmincha. You did me dinner at break at the 4 and a pay. Good morning.
Good morning, Sammy.
Maybe at the dean.
Yamiado.
Fatty, good morning.
Good morning, Sammy.
Maybe at the dean.
Yamiado.
So, as a man for who's a month, maybe won't you know. Omode, I'm going to go. One more training. Is your meeting at all? Yeah.
I'm one anymore. Why am I dry?
But
from next week, Okono.
And I'm going to say, I okay. Is our polishing the car?
When I will be asking me to Makoy.
No, because you to fight on, I'm say fight on and find it.
Fight on. Anyway, you.
I don't pay, Sammy. They say me made this special greetings. A 21-year-old. Amos.
Just been working around the clock.
Working in the sky. Ubiango, you're afraid of height. Now, Utumi, did you mind the way dinner? Or here special mention.
But Amos was a good guy. He looked on in the heart.
Except.
Looked on.
Hey, Sammy, no. And I'm one message with my phone also. Message no by the same kind of Sunday Asida draw is new and open for you to stay constant.
So munya number one in no more this. I don't know one send.
Oh, they know
their members. They know their members. Because someone sending.
I've received only 3 messages from the number. Baku ye Eid Mubarak. Baku so ye dear customer.
Customer.
Oh, Debbie.
Customer.
Oh, Debbie said.
Read that message.
Also, dear customer, can you be informed that our call center number will be 05?
And also minimum.
Oh, Debbie.
Maybe 2 months I didn't be there.
Oh, Debbie. Say,
oh, but Miss Menya be there.
To the extent of their customer.
Oh,
and the Menya be there.
Debbie, Menya
bet be paying.
A random message no more send.
Customer.
Oh, Obia on best any message na man be am hu no so customer.
It's not possible.
Prospective customer ni na ba. Oh.
But when we said there is something missing in this house, Obian for any NDA. First, you know, Carbon say, Omu Kuku, Omu be 3 or 4 groups. Cano pass, you know. And no, I share 5. I share 5, and a match, we best say, I don't know. We share 7, a ball, and a Liverpool 4. Omu say game, no. Na no more code bi so ma we can say no omo the code atoto to omo status see ade ayira
oh dabi sisi ano season na
no share say no na ko
fa we
na ba
season na ba wiye
oh okay
enti from August 5th e ko no obeti
you fit so
oh yes season is start
and I say the other matches the other games
dabi sisi ade ko obese osika
okay
sisi ade hu jima obese osika ntia
okay. Yes, say, men can change say. Didn't you do more na this year?
Oh, David. Games na ombema ye disika no omunya start.
Enya padi we na catches was sakra.
O me mejai. Me I retired from this job.
Okay.
I retired. Isi akudi mrekra me nyabium.
Azi to ja padi re fa me twa.
Sabi anope.
Faiko.
John Boydu akasa. The custodian anope say John Boydu backs in Team Kodria team to break the 8. Let's uphold unity and win 2024 polls. Coca to NPP. Government starts $450 million inland port industrial park projects. Nah, Sami, inland port, no, I know whatever. 450 million inland port.
Na Buankra de nekosi sen.
ABI no. Okay, I say we industrial park at Debris in the Savannah region. Okay, it's the first inland marine port in the northern part of Ghana. Vice President Bawumia Enokokate sort saying yes, our inland marine port.
Buankra inland port.
Sir, now we north Ghana so it's inland port.
Denkoi.
Akufo-Addo na port no mu wi a eno so ombe no concession.
And you mean
Onem dey meet over the weekend.
I'm just saying.
I see GPH. The reason why we have a concession agreement in say Ghana Port and Harbour Authority. Also to mean your authority. A Samsung your player. What I say? But 20% no more penal. Omunyo player. Akufo-Addo Honest Mills at Asumdwe Park. At a Mills Institute, grateful. John Mahama missing. We a big story. Custodian at Yabanope.
Memfa the new crusading guide and Twaso. Akufo-Addo explains divisions in NDC over Asumdwe Park rehabilitation, not my making. Eno ewo honoma impenifo ejina honoma commemorate the anniversary of the passing of former President Nana, late President John Evans Atta Mills. Saso Enatema joined church is 30 years. John Kumar urges AU to rebrand Africa as global frontier for productive investment. Questions Bank launches website for BEC WASI past questions. Ghana makes progress on implementation of sustainable development goals. Professor Jan Bafo declares at UN. Sasuna retraction be ewo paper and Martin Peku's comment without prejudice. Eno ewo honum. Nungwa condemns violent chief priest. And so a story ewo hanum. Ukraine war. Kiev's forces moving towards occupied Kherson. Zelensky ena eka. Monkeypox. WHO declares highest alert over outbreak. Russian foreign minister seeks Arab world support. And also a story over the new crusading guide on a pay Albenyabi Akan.
In fact, Daily Graphic and Twaso front page of the Daily Graphic stories on a be any 10th anniversary of JEA Mills' demise. Asumdwe Park refurbished, Mills won't be forgotten. President Akufo-Addo and Ekasa Omo trying the picture on a Kokwan Idaho Mumfuni Eda Kratano anymore did the tomb of the late former President John Evans Atta Mills in Foni, Finance Minister presents mid-year budget review today, and a Parliament passes tax exemptions bill. Ningina Ewo Kratano, Enim and pay other stories, and so in Russia seeks Africa's support, and no Ewo Honum. Ukrainian forces moving towards Kherson. Zelensky and Air Casa 1,200 migrants arrive in Italy by boat, and also Honoma Oman Phobit me I can be a policy to create child-friendly internet in the offing. And Mame and father stories and so Embroman for Professor Mills brought best to economy. John Dramani Mahama and honestly ya capture no Honoma woman so acquire one more copy one more tributes and respect to the former president. Release money for Navrongo Kologo Naga Road. Navrongo Central MP urges government unite to break the 8th Chairman Coker to NPP members. And also so Honum Ghana to revert to May-June WASI. And also so Raymond, did you hear the controversy with the Ghana Education Service and then the ministry, where at one time we are being told so it requires a review, and that there are processes that are ongoing now to determine whether parents would have to make a contribution towards free SHS. Then we are told to, that power no is only vested in His Excellency the President. You know, the interview that the man granted and what he said no must be rendered null and void.
But man, no, now and you say. Professor no yes statement.
Okay, interview.
It was
interview.
Emphatic.
Ya quote no.
My sensitive voice no. On the host no can. He knew what he was saying.
Of course.
Well.
Projects to house Bono East public officers ongoing, and this is El Honoma. Amount for everything can be $100 million funding for safety net project. El Honoma. And GHS intensifies mechanism to contain Marburg virus disease. Honum, yeah, fighting Marburg, no. Ramon, say, and a World Health Organization, one more ever catcher say, monkeypox disease, no. CCR, Atiati,
emergency.
And you know, my name Anamontua as on my E2 at the farm. And to me, any stories are daily graphic.
Monkeypox, you say, Bimba high. We've not reported any case of monkeypox.
Are you sure?
No, we've not.
Did we not record like?
No, we've not. Have we?
Oh, it's the Marburg virus that
Marburg
I
number
said
two.
Maintain
monkeypox or Ghana.
Ghana officials confirm monkeypox cases in Eastern Region, June 13, 2022. Because I think I heard that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And okay, well, but I'm a member. Free SHS, no.
Yeah.
With all these challenges, we can't. Challenges near money problem.
Yeah.
So I mean, what would be wrong with reevaluating our project? You know, components are sikabe to me by support. Yeah, now parents now support it. I mean, why?
It's impossible to do that because then, Mubaka, I told you so.
Oh, Sammy.
So it's impossible.
Sammy, where are they?
We would rather endure and do the buga like that.
No, but Sammy, it is quite clear. Say, we are struggling.
Yes, we are.
IMF. Say, we won't go to IMF. Eventually, we had to go to IMF.
We are struggling with the free SHS. And it's about time government admitted to itself that we are struggling with the free SHS. And it all boils down to one thing: funding. It's as simple as that.
And nothing. Say, at the time now, in quotes, the naysayers were saying, "Say you can't do it." Question of Mubi says, "Where are you going to get the money from?" And unya sikana sustainability. And how I do no? Because the Parliament they almost on my allocation.
Yeah.
The Chronicle and Opese. Atta Mills loyalists.
So I have a question. You know, you read the budget now. All your friend is saying, was it projections and you know? Do we do them now? So into these are the things we want to do. This is how much they are going to cost. Then we go and look for the money to do them, or we share your coffers now. Your projections, no any other.
So
the money is not
the money
sitting
is not
down
sitting.
at the time
Yeah.
projections, you know, the money is not sitting down.
Plenty.
Until I'm call for bonds and until now bonds are more the pressure to Ghana Revenue Authority for the
First
scanner and Fambra.
So
As
then-
and when as they are
based
going,
on what they are expecting, so in the course of the year, no. And no huna,
Yes, our projections.
projections. No.
So then they knew they could fund free SHS.
Yes, of
Again,
course.
based on the projections.
yes, of course.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Chronicle and Opese, Atamil's loyalists defy NDC. Koku, Iti, Baba Kamara, Alote lead Akufo-Addo to commission renovated Asumdwe Park. We a big story. Our front page of the Chronicle, Obehu pictures of Mpenyufoya Amabo Mudia, Obehu Koku Anyidoho in his Ojani antics or how to say on his knees. We Pejan Nisa come from an Obehu president.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll say thank you.
Thank you.
When president so Oji fans, also president Oji fans. That's I mean, president or a guy. Just look at it. Show a picture, no. That's right. Imagine the black shades, or wavy amount for Neniaji.
But me be the president, me in trap picture, me be a man for.
I know, I didn't.
Because so tough, man, no man can picture number. When you say bye bye to Ghana, me be the president. I mean, me mama is so. To be amazing. So hello. Yes, sir.
That's where you were pushing that, but I'm back.
Well, yeah, Ben.
Me mean the below 80 years. Yeah, me
Over
clock
Banten.
80.
The baby
Who do you
say,
think
yeah,
now
Ben,
about-
I'll become president.
President, you know. I mean, yeah. Oh, say the next elections now after 2024 they send me feature.
Until after Bamiani Allah.
When I saw somebody more party mo.
Okay.
Me back as independent candidate, Ghanaians will have trust. Say I will deliver. Independent
Now,
candidate.
independent president, they see what country be that there.
Independent.
Aye.
Oh, independent for the ABA winning
Africa.
elections.
If you win
ABA
elections.
winning
Africa.
elections. ABA winning elections.
Rumbe.
We are finding out that ABA winning elections. But we say we'll be the ones to tell the story.
Independent,
around.
but bro.
But still, me winning.
Eh.
Me winning.
Okay.
2028. You see me.
Okay.
The cabinet.
2028.
2028.
2028.
And yet 2024 member.
2028. Yeah, do for Obano.
That's why you're the party no be represent.
Debi nyamo try do for Oba. Allah ni ba mi aso Babio.
Some don't more represent your party. Your party no more represent. But maybe there. Eba say.
Ebi ana John Mahama so de neti ewrem
Oh, there be na constitution in my home.
there be say break the 8 na Chief John Mahama. We don't know.
Young girl.
Beware, COVID-19 still devastating Greater Accra. John Boydu promises unflinching support for new party executives. We air stories and Ope Chronicle Ediaba.
Ghanaian publisher who bewitched people to speak irrationally. Razak Opoku writes, Ghana link hits back at critics, says claim against ICAM's baseless. Makers House founder loses father. Information Minister chides Peku over criminal syndicate comment. Mills will never be forgotten, says Akufo-Addo. Wisconsin grants journalists scholarship package. So and Finance Minister to present 2022 media budget review to Parliament today. Other stories Albania essay. Marburg virus disease has 90% fatality rate. Ghana Health Service and Eka air stories Albania the Ghanaian publisher.
Do you see any sense of urgency
No.
from the Ghana Health Service in terms of this Marburg virus?
No.
There's no sense of urgency. Very relaxed. You better report am mo yenya mienu 90 no you say mo 50. You release you or more. I know.
Onim de ntia.
They will bore any ho bibia any
Onim
ho.
de ntia.
Aden. Scanasa.
O there. Ya call fair makatro.
And I train IMF New World Bank somebody 1 billion bebe.
Say be a pandemic.
And
be a pandemic. Say na nyama beba.
Na COVID-19 and train nyansa ho that. Yaya doesn't know where you hide. It doesn't know whether you are a minister of state or it will find you.
Exactly.
Yes, it will find you. You who Matthew Puku Prempe, you health minister, you who others are, they are in a chill woman.
Yeah.
Were they not in their comfort zones?
Yeah.
You know.
Some even died. Sir John
Yes.
Mo,
Yes.
COVID farm.
Yes. There were professors out here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Daily Statesman front page story. Meals won't be forgotten. President commissions redeveloped Asumdue Park. John Boadu caught support for new NPP executives. 450 million inland port industrial park projects begin. Professor Jan Bafo, government is leaving no one behind in achieving SDGs. In three stories are a month for between kind of Krata.
Ghanaian Times and Opay say at 10th anniversary of death of Professor Mills, President inaugurates Asumdue Park and lays wreath in honor of late President. Nina a story say waha obehu President our the refer to her or salute the late former President Professor John Evans Atta Mills. Very beautiful picture, show of respect and Daily Ghanaian Times at their bar no pay. Don't charge students under free SHS. It will make it a failed policy. CRI and all this assembly about Ghana Health Service strategizes to contain Marburg disease. Nina stories our front page of the Ghanaian Times. Na Otoaso say 3 arrested in connection with murder of woman. Sales manager jailed 3 years for fraudulent breach of trust. Court defers sentencing of 2 accused of looting judge's residence. Oh, sorry. We want to come here. Now you corona to call judge fee. I see. Minority begins vote of censure against finance minister. Italy migrants, nearly 1,200 arrived by boat within 24 hours. Hey, Samena Yantino. Sakamino. Yes, yes, yes. Importance of full vaccination against COVID-19. Education kakra ewo ha obetumi akan. Plantain lowers blood pressure. Why your mother was right. Part 1. Na plantain no very very important aduane. You say African plantain lowers blood pressure due to high potassium content when cooked. Na almost say sa plantain na yeka ho asem no. Obehu calories best 180. Carbohydrate kakra, protein kakra, fat kakra, fiber kakra, vitamin C kakra, vitamin A, vitamin B6, potassium, magnesium, micrograms folate, copper, thiamine, niacin, iron, phosphorus, pantothenic acid. Plantain ngwa. Sure.
Hey, the body.
Yes. Where nutritional content of plantain?
Me 4 more 20 Ghana.
Yes. That's what I mean.
20 Ghana.
Plantain unuya nutrients no a sound jumpy biome. Oh, plantain lowers blood pressure. Why your mother was right. We saw a story about me akai. I wore Ghanaian Times more and pay. 72 UPSHS students conferred with Head of State awards of bronze medals. NDC raises red flag over appeal court judges presiding over high court cases. Nina ASMA Ewoha. Bawumia cut sought for construction of $200 million inland port and 1,000-acre industrial park at Debre. Nina stories Ewoha. And NDC honors late Professor Mills. So I mean NDC force Rodiano. Okay. Family members around the tomb. Okay, same place. I think it was after
the states.
So, well, when you know stories are over to me, Akai, war Ghanaian Times.
The Republic Press. Story back Sprinters Keepers House Chapel branch enrolls 450 onto NHIS. Afina the Republic Press no air twaso. Mills's grave intact. Akufo-Addo exposes NDC lies. Swami artisans justify Chairman Sabonsu's attack. Ghanaian male public servants prefer sex to cash bribe. Western region.
Sit down.
Ghanaian male public servants prefer sex to cash bribe.
Sami ampa.
Western region. We are civil servants.
But Sami Nyabotre. We are public sector workers, say. Public servants. Now, at the cash base 100,000 baht. Na kweku so won chen we fa de won.
Me 500,000.
Hey Sami.
O me 500,000.
Sami shen.
It's only a project we have say nti even here 100,000.
Joseph Papu, baby o have no pay me chia.
On him need to be choose.
Wa.
Western region, please arrest 3 suspects over murder of lady in Sehubekwai. Saso NDC reaffirms hatred for judiciary as mosquito leads attack on CJ. GES boss shakes his boot as he makes a 180 on free SHS review statement. Ukraine war, Zelensky accuses Russia of barbarism over Odessa attack. Tory leadership, Truss and Sunak promise crackdown on migration. And also Saso and new GSS Bible report findings not surprising. Ghana Integrity Initiative and Tunisia referendum. President Kais Saied seeks mandate to extend powers. Nigerian authorities rescue 22 after mass abduction. Nigerians warned against air travel amid fuel shortage. Not just say, fuel
The Finder newspaper and the front page stories aligning any cost to free SHS will make it a failed policy. Dr. Bawumia cut short for $450 million first inland maritime marine port in northern Ghana. John Boadu pledges support for new executives to break the 8. And a befitting honor, Professor Mills' legacy will not be forgotten. President Kufuor and Ekasa. The final paper and the pay the Inquisitor newspaper. Fire on the mountain. Government chokes WAEC. 2022 was in danger because of lack of funds. Hey. That's it. Clement Park Bekan and almost be denied. Empire say be a legacy debt over a period, and as I cannot add a honum. Well, but they said they were right. They said that they were right. Okay. We are hoping they were right. Okay. COVID-19. Ghana Health Service worried over rise in infection among children in Accra. Government largely responsible for current economic woes. Franklin Kujone Ekasa. KNUST Basic School closed down. What?
Why?
I mean, go check it. My school no more closing it down.
Lack of funds.
My main corner, go check it.
Now some we are mumbo school.
Who know why they are coming school? All students here in front of me are going.
Then I'm close down because of what?
Industrial action, senior staff. Strike.
No one under GS.
The university, senior university
staff,
senior staff.
Yeah.
Okay, say one can say cola or no cola. If their concerns are not addressed, or you continue their strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Andy can come at the Informer ban pay. Big story on front page of the Informer say, Akufo-Addo dispels malicious propaganda. Mills' tomb not tampered with. I know a big story on front page of the Informer. Now, a picture of Andy can come. Now, Ochina Kokwanyu white, Ochina Kokwanyu do which here. There's a man supporting cast on a backing vocalist. No, as a Koku Pijani son on so Pijan idea. Koku Kofoman on so a Kofom, so that's right. Andy can come. I know pay me more questions, 5 amount. Be here no amame. Information Minister fights lawyer over unprofessional and shameful accusation. As I'm over the week, I notice as I'm Martin people comment.
Yes.
Information Minister take you on radio station, no?
Yeah.
Any TV station, no?
Yeah.
Any lawyer, no? $200 million debris port project begins as Bawumia underscores its importance. Sammy, I'm hoping that you're a director. I'm a port here. On him say Kita Port. You're a director, man. Our office was GPHA. Our office, no. Any benefits be a GPHA, a functional or Mojino, Kita Port. MD Sojibi.
Yes, of course.
Bibia
Yes, of course.
akwantuo per diem salary bibia.
Yes.
But Ketaport no signboard pen there to her site for Ketaport. Oh, have you seen the place?
Ebeba on stream. It's a come on stream.
Okay.
Yeah. Ebeba.
Okay.
Munya botre.
Yo.
Ebeba. Munya botre.
When you know.
Ebeba.
Now then, teacher for now, they are on the waiting list to say they know waiting here, but I then like omoyen starting to your moka until say you be in your classrooms. I'm on back.
Clarence in my.
But Ketaport in the clearance.
Clarence aba.
Me what documents be am release on Ketaport MD no this week.
Clarence in the
Construction of Asumje Park. NDC man blasts party gurus, Mills family, says Koku Anyidoho did no wrong to warrant insults. NDC guru no, person me unity in bread for now, young koye them. A friend no, Kofi Kukubo. Why? Samunim no.
Atidi no.
NDC man. Okay. Wait, no stories. Andy can come. The informer they are no pay.
No one sure say I was there.
Jabi. Who's the one part now? No need phone in Wahano. Maybe I want middle page. Maybe I'll middle.
Important information be at the Hanoma. I will say in IAT. Chicken prices to date. December 2018. Imported chicken per kilo 14 cedis 56 pesos. Locally produced 19 cedis 1.6 pesos. December 2019 imported chicken 12 cedis 63 pesos. Locally produced 21 cedis 11 pesos. December 2020 12 cedis 73 pesos. Locally produced 23 cedis 12 pesos. December 2021 15 cedis 31 pesos. Locally produced 25 cedis 54 pesos. July 2022 imported chicken per kilo 25 Ghana. Locally produced 48 cedis 20 pesos into wanga saosha de wan na beto. Eno price lister omo ediaba. Suspected dumping hits poultry sector. Stability debt e-levy IMF prudent spending. Mid-year budget review no enyoma amohwe se ombenya ewom eno no. So ena public debt reconstruction paramount economists be ena eka. Government keen on tapping into multi-billion carbon market. Minister Jinapo ena eka. So ena other stories are ubenya ewo paper nemo essay. ACGN to celebrate deserving individuals, corporate organizations and no ewo honum. Boost for tourism, domestic tourism drive. And also a story ewo hanum. Businesses to visit Netherlands to explore opportunities. SNET engages Muslim leaders to expand coverage of scheme to self-employed workers. So and other stories are being as a fintechs, GAMFIN collaborate to provide digital channels for industry. Societe Generale to support SMEs through Home of Business Center. We in stories are over business and financial times are ubenye bi akai. Other stories are waha essay. The stain of spin on PR is unfair. Hear me out. Bridget Adwamensa and a day abebum waha or Jimmy Dean efi coach
I'm happy channel you see no
picture no ene wahana or sre kama unse sre we
picture meeting can be here
or sre achre forever is forever forever there be no sre achre forever is forever and or the abeto
forever is forever near
until we you know me who know in the spirit I wait screenshot wa WhatsApp ama forever is forever no say this one is for you. Yes.
Samiaka forever is forever no. Andy can come. Ano pe bibia will be a Michelle. Andy can come to Kwanko Kumasi. I can interview Joyce Boachi. Na
Just watching it. Oh,
oh yeah, Kumawood actress. Also Andy Otukwan. Na asema Joyce Boachidi Tujani say, most ladies with big cars and mansions have their male sponsors under spells. So I say bomba. I say, coach, we have hardworking celebrities, but some of them use blood money. Some people who flaunt cars and mansions on social media have spiritual backing. They charm men. For instance, a man can give this woman a whooping 10 million Ghana cedis when she demands it. That is the new craze in town. Some waist beads attract big men. I am a natural girl. I know women who have charms in their makeup product. Hey, Sammy, and they can come and say, well, they are big. Sammy, they say, I know. They say, I win. Power so.
Power is beat me.
What am I saying?
Power is beat me.
Makeup be so no who is ana. I say, Sammy, give me 10 million.
And then I'm my kind message.
Sammy, no catch say give me 10 million. Go for 1 year amount.
Oh, so hey,
my sister.
I want to say I walk up here.
Masa.
Ah,
Please.
Maybe I better be before the.
You don't know what you are
What
saying.
baba?
Sure.
And your friend Odi baba.
No, so be at on the Japadia.
Of course.
Sammy. Catch us over Naneka no.
Bibia, that day no bunga.
The final paper no pay economy times. So see rise in public debt slows records 393 billion Ghana cedis for first 6 months. BOG hopeful of CD rebound. Fitch Solutions revises Ghana's growth rate downwards. Way stories are economy times they are no pay.
Yo, yet also na yenko website never stories no ebi embre omanfo anopay na oko your website and na very interesting stories and one man yede ebre omanfo Islamic SHS riots, police service lied, sack director of Urban Roads, Parliament fact-finding a committee woman and a Trump's first wife laid to rest and no honum and Mahama to win by 58% if elections were held today. Three stories are a war, a website and now. Oman for a bit me, I can kind it be happy FM mass wedding couples pay courtesy call to EDC investments and also our
CityNewsroom.com and pay say Marburg virus, 1 person dies, 40 quarantined in Savannah region. Foyata presents 2022 media budget review today. CD depreciation pushes Ghana's debt to over 393 billion Ghana cedis, 78.3% of GDP. So I mean, also a CD depreciation, no. CD no, elusive values ana. Say debt in Bibrina, foreign currency.
Yeah.
Until we convert here, now the Ghana cedi more. Na a balloon.
Yeah.
And the question I'm basing say, na Ghana, Bank of Ghana, no. And your more responsibility say on by keep CD dollar depreciation in check.
I am much more.
Greater Accra has more than 50% of monkeypox cases. Controversy surrounding Atamil's tomb unnecessary. Mahama. Otoaso ewo CityNewsroom.com. Ghana Water Company Limited announces amnesty for defaulting customers. Akufo-Addo commissions refurbished Asumdwe Park. Pictures. I have full confidence in NPP executives' ability to break the 8. John Boydu. Corrupt National Intelligence Bureau officials putting Ghana at risk. Criminologists and on this assembly about government largely responsible for current economic woes. Franklin Kujo. We won't attend Professor Mills's 10th anniversary event. Dr. Cadman Mills and on this assembly about and some Cadman Mills ne at Mills family monko about events no.
I mean, yes, sure.
Wow. Make ban on some imported goods a component of IMF bailout. Professor Okwe. We air stories on CityNewsroom.com. Diaba.
If you want my Google News, Judicial Service to launch 2022 ADR week in Kumasi. GES holds reading festival for schools in Nkwanta South in Oti region. Incorporate sign language into basic education curriculum. SASO and a media budget review must provide details of IMF negotiations, economists being Eka. Ghana targets Edin Ketia cameos as Arsenal thumb Chelsea to lift Florida Cup. Obrafo Adane Best set to rock Ghana media music and dinner night. SASO and a criminal syndicate comment, Martin Peku retracts and apologizes. When you know a story, sir, Oko Google News and pay our Benyabi.
Apology.
That's what the story says.
Baby, Vim or the castle, no, my name's over to me. Or retractive.
Story, Nefi. Who be I do call Ghana Web.
Okay.
I say, lawyer Martin Peku has issued an apology to President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo for a recent comment alleging that the president was a member of a criminal syndicate at the Jubilee House. In a statement titled Retraction, Martin Peku's comment without prejudice. The lawyer said his comments were a passionate expression of his disgust at the inaction of the presidency in dealing with some corrupt-related issues. I quote or say, I do hereby retract and apologize for the expression purporting to connect the President of the Republic to crime, unquote. The statement read.
I see.
Social papers anymore, I think, say, New Crusading Guide, cry Ediaba, retraction. Martin Peku's comments without prejudice. Pebu, sorry. Hey, Mr. Peku's Peku.
Yo, CNN.com stories and Bre Oman for Odisa attack shows limitations of trusting Russia. Russia shows its true colors by attacking port of Odisa just hours after signing great deal with Ukraine. Surprising. You know, last week they were making noise about it and almost signing a pact until ships can travel to bring cereals and all of that. And then suddenly you hear Russia is bombed. Anyway. Other stories, the mother identifies son as one of 2 Americans killed in Ukraine's Donbas region. Myanmar junta executes leading democracy activists. And also 2 billionaires are quietly bankrolling some of Texas' most far-right politicians. And also and a Chinese space station nears completion as laboratory module successfully docks. Highest alert as Japan volcano erupts, and 3 dead in graduation shooting at top Philippines university. And 3 air stories are underpaid. CNN at the Abraham.
Reuters News. Old political prisoner warns against new Tunisian constitution. Ethiopia's Gudaf Chege finished first in 5,000 meters at the World Championships. And Russia's Lavrov to visit Africa as Moscow seeks non-Western ties. Other stories, Albania essay, how Tunisia's president has tightened his grip. Clashes erupt on outskirts of Libya's Misrata. Where stories are Oko, Reuters News are Ubenya B. Akai.
BBC.com, Anopi stories I say, Myanmar military executes 4 democracy activists. Tamitio. Myanmar military executes 4 democracy activists. It's a big story. Very disturbing story. Russia.
But Raymond, a question. Should every nation be a democratic nation?
No, not at all.
Why?
No, I'm just asking.
Not at all.
Should every nation be a democratic nation?
Because we are seeing democracy now. Every nation, so they should have what?
So why do we have chiefs?
Yes.
Why do we have monarchies?
Yes.
Why is the Queen of England
yes.
still queen
the
in a democracy?
England has still been queen, but there's always been a prime minister.
No,
yes, but we all know that all the powers defer to her. You can't take a decision without going to see the Queen.
Sami, North Korea. Say North Korea.
Yes. Yes.
And is it a model system?
Oh yes. Now Korea mubre.
should all nations? I don't think that necessarily.
Sammy, at the time
Look,
Gaddafi-
we are here, and we are talking about Rwanda. And yet, Western media would want us to believe, so Rwanda is a terrible place to live in. But look at the level of development in Rwanda.
Same people sending people there.
Yes.
know, so for me-
time now Libya see so no.
Yes.
I want Ghanaians moving from
Yeah,
here
call
to go
Libya.
to Libya. You call Libya.
Yeah, call
da.
Libya. Yeah, call
What's
Brown
not
Libya.
to heaven? Democracy, you see, democracy.
Libya, democracy, Libya, and yet they tell us, oh, democracy is expensive. It's only democracy that will allow the land cruisers and all those things we are seeing.
Yes. Some democracy ni boy do. Some democracy won. And ma abansi kan nyina ko democracy. You see the decentralization. The decentralization no, it has given birth to a lot of MCs and DCs. You see, you also a regional representation, constituency representation, MPs, omunyana land cruiser, sikapudu, yetua muka. Ya sanso by some ministers, your farm ministers are almost 80. Nyina deputy, minister. Ah, sami nyina democracy. Aba. CNN, yanto aso. Russia charges Ukraine army members with war crimes. California wildfire grows amid heat wave. Air-conditioned French shops told to shut doors. Nina Sema Ewaha. Say chess robot breaks 7-year-old's finger. Face to face with bandit warlords of Nigeria. The Pope's pilgrimage of penance to Canada. Nina Sema Ewaha. Protesters tackled after gluing hands to masterpiece. Musk denies affair with Google co-founder's wife. Musk denies affair with Google's co-founder's wife.
And this is the baby our hobby.
Baby, our hobby say. Ne papa cry. Where would the other papa? Where would the other papa?
Wonderful.
Me ne papa so, ne papa sem.
Who knew their why?
There be ne papa cry.
On a stepdaughter, I would too.
Sammy,
Imagine
Sammy, when you have money.
where it's coming from.
Sammy, when you have money. Who
Rough
attractive
and
BBAB?
Rough.
Who attractive BBAB?
Rough.
The secret mission to save LGBT Afghans. Haiti migrants die after boat capsizes in Bahamas. Nina a story so betimi akan e wo bbc.com. Was am mask no. So on Tesla no.
Yeah.
And we do ben wife there was one issue.
Oh, please. No, understand when you scan to it.
Oh, now when you ska.
Oh.
On be twina boss so.
If you want my uncle hey, come back to Ghana Health Service.
Okay, mami fa weather no embre etiefo ene adofo anopay na Ghana metufo one more edit update edit abrain man for mani mo nyu na se do ma ho ma so na din one more actual one more say this was some 40 minutes ago one more say generally cloudy weather is expected this morning across the country. Sunny intervals will be experienced as the day progresses. There is a possibility of thunderstorms over parts of the northern sector later in the afternoon into the evening. Now, when we break down here, when we say Aflao, Accra, Kaswa, Cape Coast, Takoradi, Axim would be cloudy this morning with temperature around 24 degrees Celsius. Intermittent sunny moments are expected for the afternoon with temperature around 31 degrees Celsius. Enyume will be partly cloudy with lowest temperature being around 27 degrees Celsius. Northern belt, when we see Yendi, Tamale, Bole, Daman, Gubo, Gatanga, Nalaigu, anywhere would experience a cloudy morning with lowest temperature around 23 degrees Celsius. Area. Thunderstorms and rains are expected with temperature being around 32 degrees Celsius and it would remain same with temperature around 29 degrees Celsius. Into way any weather update you bet me at the Abre Omanfo.
If you want to my Rebecca Ghana Health Service now the COVID-19 updates in Atwaso. Active cases are 606. Confirmed total cases 167,215. New cases are 32. And a death are 1,456. Recoveries and discharge are 153. Recoveries and discharge 165,153. Vaccination drive my name say koso because as at 30th June no updates be by 17,409,005. So and so you call worldwide echo share figures I record here. Total figures worldwide no 570 million plus 632,000. Death 6.38 million plus 1,125. If you want to na yebeko social media na yakofa ensema etwegu ewo honom na anope no cheating #cheating trending. Now, during a wedding ceremony in China, a groom decided it was time to expose his cheating bride by playing a video of her infidelity. Na ebiana eyaman for your wedding na omutumi compile, especially omo date achene ade no omutumi compile videos of senior omo hye ebiana omo secondary school ebiana omo university days ne ade na omo hye ebi mo kra ho a omo koye ayi flower girl ne page boy e wo bi wedding ase na omo di share ya afi mo collaborate mo nam wa omo kwoti hwe odom enti na omo compile sa videos ni ade ebi o be ma no collaborate yesi onko dware o se onko na one ne mame etu America ni no mutumi efa sa videos ni ade na omo di abom na wedding ne koso na omo abo na nka obi a ahwebi enti no groom ne ka say, oh, I have a video to play of you. And na obi a say, hey, I have a head. And na omo di video yi ehihye so. Na video yi ba ya. The video was the video of his wife cheating on him with her pregnant sister's husband. Oh. Enti asem no na de ekoba ya no. Na MC Nuka say, now we are going to show you, I quote, we are going to show you videos of how the newlyweds grew up. The groom has set up into Nuna San and Komubabe, but send a group a groom no. On so one video where she and pen drive as well. Wako I had the production. And the amount Anthony mo the BBA she so kama. And omodema John so. Edi share adie mu a 5 minutes na uhu bride ne brother-in-law na me sure say brother-in-law no so no so wedding na sibi
baba mayana. So we have to see the video.
Well, what a shock, no.
It's a mobile video that nobody say, hey, Jesus, what a life. I cannot do this again. Marriage is not a do or die affair. And a man for say, wait, then
I didn't a girl.
And I think
it's wedding process in the course one I say in there.
One collapse.
I was in China.
And that's also to me my details.
Comment aba no ebi eni. Nisi we dem say ni okantapa. I'll say hope it was played after the reception because some of us were there for the jollof. Kenny say those asking why he waited until the wedding day. How is this different from those ladies who wait until wedding day to come sometimes with Kate and say that the groom is theirs? Azuma, I say, before you come here, please do well to read the whole story. I just did. Don't be lazy. Peter said, the brotherhood is proud of you, sir. Your statue will be erected on the entrance of our headquarters. Salute.
It's true.
And of course so.
Yes.
If you want to know, late President John Evans Atta Mills are trendy ankasa or trendy no trendy no trendy anniversary yekodi ede ekai no. Now, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, on Sunday, 24 July 2022, Eco commissioned the refurbished Asomdwe Park in commemoration of the 10th anniversary of the death of the third President of the Fourth Republic, a year late Professor John Evans Atta Mills. Now, Abrana President Ekasa, Ewo ceremony national, Okase, government should naturally okay, I said the event, should naturally be a joyous occasion and should elicit the display of pomp and pageantry in recognition of the feats achieved. Now, I quote or say, but today's event is not one of those normal occasions. Exactly 10 years ago, a truly tragic incident occurred, one we had never witnessed and hope will never reoccur in our history, certainly not in our lifetime. The death of a sitting president in office, the death of the third president of the Fourth Republic, Professor John Evans Atta Mills, unquote. Now, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Eka he was a contemporary of the late president at the University of Ghana, and they were members of the same hall, Legon Hall, and they played the same university football team. So ansem no eno kekanya na ode ehye opani no animonyam. Comment aba no ebe enie. Manasa say, we thank God for everything and may God always choose the right path. Asamoah say, good one, but next time we must make sure a family member is present. No one can trust you politicians. Sika say, God, please, when I become rich, give me somebody like Kweku Anyidaho to be my boy, a true loyal person. Mike say, God bless your excellency, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. God bless you, Mr. Kweku Anyidaho, His Excellency, Professor Atta Mills will sleep in peace. Bright say, remember the name you gave him, Professor Doolittle. You want to own the tomb of the man you insulted, named and predicted his death. Fire burn you all. Sa and Oka. If you want to still President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, so trending ne trending or trending na asema medin kan de atuja ewo abra omo eko refrebeshe asomdwe park omo ko bia no omo de commemorate the passing of late President John Evans Atta Mills. Now President Eka say and some no kind na eno sankai say Professor Atta Mills ne passing no, it was very tragic. See na humti pa na ebi NC da the first time na see assistant president etumi efremu. Na comment by no ebenie. Na say, is he talking about the man he called Professor Doolittle or the man he told him Ghanaians won't eat peace? Well, Ebusua Dofuno and politicians, their opponents become relevant when they are no more. Adam said, then you didn't benefit at all from his friendship because this your character, dear, is nothing like Professor Mills's. Frank S.M. This is the first time I've heard this man mentioning someone's name as his hallmate. Unfortunately, the person he mentioned is not alive for us to confirm it. Eyasemo. Kwesisi, the speech was aptly crafted by Kweku Anyidaho. Sir, any comments? Nibiaba. Ohene say, and you never mentioned it when he was alive. Neither did he also. Chairman, you completed law school with a missing certificate, so we can't trust the statement of yours. Jacob said, there is a saying that show me your friend, let me tell you your character. And also a commenter, Jacob Ede Abba. And Tiaha, and Ede trending issues, Nebesia, researchers are busy or more research about Asemi Kosi Ewa China, and to move from findings and to
Yo, I'm hoping the findings on the Mayana Yabo because you're interested in our story. But Raymond, and the pay. No question back one basically.
More question,
and that has to do with the inland marine portal.
So all the near hardcore, maybe near soft. I'm a fast soft number.
Okay,
soft. No. So I don't pay every newspaper. The picture of President.
No, what they near hardcore.
What I mean, hard.
No, it's a hardcore.
What I'm question 2 pen and person beside the can come there.
Okay, what is our question?
So newspapers in our publish Akufo-Addo and he refurbished Asomdwe Park. No? So first question person beside sir. In 2012 when the learned professor was laid to rest, was Asomdwe Park fit for purpose at the time? In terms of Tumba, your friend is saying sculpture. So
hold on, I would want Andy to respond to your questions.
Okay.
So if Isaac can raise Andy for us, so that he will come and then you ask him these questions.
So was it fit for purpose at the time?
Okay.
Ultimately, if it was, Mahama stayed in government for 4 years. Free or no? Because BPA Asomdwe Park no a security installation. It suddenly goes under government's watch. And so, years on, if it needs remodeling, and that is what I think they've done, remodeling. So, is the NDC supposed to lead the remodeling? or can John Dramani Mahama say that ono na okwakoye remodeling no? And I say, yeah, Abaya said yes, say, on go ahead to do the remodeling. I just want to be clear on that.
Okay. And our second question.
The second question is, why has government allowed Koku Anyidoho to, as it were, make it seem, say, Onona, everything that Tamil starts and stops with? Because clearly, the family war. And I say, Koku replaces the family of the late former president.
Mamisa question.
Yeah.
Mamisa question. Now, Bisa send a family.
Yeah.
Have you seen the family spearheading any course to ensure, say, the flame of the memory of the late president is still burning? Have you seen any family member spearheading that?
Sammy, I can say, I have not seen.
You have not seen?
But it doesn't mean, say, inform.
It doesn't mean that what?
It doesn't mean, say, inform.
Okay.
If one person, I know who say, Obe ordinance to be Atamil so, as if to say, Atamil is a bona fide property. Sammy, this is what normally happens.
No,
Sammy, you know why I'm saying this.
For instance,
Sammy, you know why I'm saying
this.
You see,
the brother Samuel Atamils found a voice
to
have called pressmen.
Yes.
To talk to pressmen.
Yeah.
Asked the similar question to him, say, Anyi, what has he done as a member of parliament? With all the resources that are available to him, what has he done to ensure that his brother's memory stays aflame all the time?
Heritage.
Atamils Heritage.
Yes. Atamils Heritage.
The newly born institute.
Atamils Heritage.
Samuel Atamils.
All of them are part. Samuel Atamils is part. Cadman is part.
It's been how many years now? You're talking about the family. I'm not talking about the NDC. It's been how many years now?
No, but the family.
Cadman Mills is there. He's a brother.
Family no. Omudom Haji. Heritage. No.
Anyway, your questions you have for Andy, he's online, so you ask him the questions. Andy, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Station.
Your friend and brother, Raymond Yamado, says he has some questions for you. Over to you, Raymond.
Andy.
But I heard the questions, so let me just answer him. Even before I come to the stereo. I know I have respect for your show and your good self, Party and Raymond, but I'm so disappointed in Raymond this morning. Very, very disappointed. Yes, because he's intelligent. I'm so disappointed. Why? Raymond, you said that Nipa Baku, Ayeden, Wadi Atamils Abosu. Is that what you are saying? You are also falling for this dirty, bad propaganda? I'm so disappointed in you. Listen, Shumjepa, when President Mills passed on, 24th July 2012, listen, the state made a request to the family body and also organized the final funeral rites. That was accepted. The state gave the body, the family gave the body to the state. So from that time, the mortal remains of President Mills was, it should be what? The property of the family. And let me give you this classical narrative. When Vice President Mutata and President Rawlings passed on, the state made change, but the family declined. That is why they were buried at the military cemetery. Kwame Nkrumah, until the state made a request to former President Rawlings when he was in power, and they had to assume the body from Nkrofo to Kwame Nkrumah Museum, that part. You see, you want to tell me that if the state want to do any work there, they must go to Nkrofo to go and ask permission. When you have relinquished your state to the state.
Andy.
No, wait. You are in this country. After the burial of President Mills on the 10th of August, listen, Ashumjepa, have you not been reading the countless publications? As late as 2019, June 26, Wednesday, Samuel Atamils, the brother of the late president, was quoted in a news report saying that the state has neglected that place. After all, when President Moise passed on, who buried him as the president? Was it not the President John Dramani Mahama under the SWAL and the NDC administration? So for 4 years, why? That place was done up as a temporary something for it to be built to its original state. Why didn't they build to its original state? Why? Go and ask Mr. Atu Ahoy, go and ask Kwame Ahoy, go and ask Commissioner Dubukwasi why that place was not built up to the original state. When they had sent delegation to the former president, which I know, some of us know a lot, but we are not interested in those things. All we wanted was that, listen, where the former president's mortar remains, right, should be befitting. Listen, sometimes people come, even during this renovation. You know, people travel to come and see where the former president was buried. People came as far as from Ivory Coast. Because the construction was going on, I had to use some wisdom, direct them to the main castle. So they went there, they said they cannot be given access. I then said that they should drive through the Marine Drive and then go to the Kwame Nkrumah Museum.
Andy.
So you see, so Ramon, listen. Don't fall for this dirty propaganda. I think so. We are the president about it.
Andy.
Only brother, no, for the past 4 years, for the past 10 years, you know, you guys in the brother.
Andy,
you are saying that as a brother, if you have also, appeal to the state to build it, no, what is wrong?
Andy,
listen, let me tell you. Listen, I'm coming to the show and you be my topic because I don't expect you to go on that tangent.
Andy,
disappointed in you.
Andy, Mami Bisa a question. In 2012, when the Asumje Park was commissioned, IACA, late Professor Mills Wahono, was it fit for purpose at the time?
Master, listen to me. You don't know the history. Let me give you a tragedy.
Maybe it's a question. That's it.
Master, if it was fit for a purpose at that time, what happened? The story now who can say it's a hono or man neglected. That according to Noah Samuel Atamils, or say the state are neglected her. All criminal groups, it has become the worry.
In which year? Did he make that claim? In which year did he make that claim?
Listen to me. I know the history of Asumje Park. The former president passed on the 24th of July. Because of the time, say, elections, it was decided to so 10th August. So the original state, let's say, build with the cafeteria, the library, that was why that place was calling us.
Okay.
After November, after the former president, Master, sorry, listen, even the tomb that even Sami Atamils is not aware because he's not been going there. He doesn't care. He couldn't be bothered. Listen, it was from our board, platform being on our board, and the cover here. Do you know this is the first time they are working on the Do you know this is the first time they are working on the tomb?
Now, previous times, no one also. Previous times, no one also.
What's he saying?
Previous times, no one also. We are your fourth time, no.
Master, you know that is the thing. Even the last one, I look up here. This granite, no. Huh? Do you know that it was Koda? When we cut the sword for the construction of the park. So this is what I'm talking about.
Now, when we cut the sword, when we cut the sword, no.
But we were part of it.
No,
we were very instrumental.
Andy.
And now, are you not aware? Yes, when we appealed to the president, our Makoda instruction, there was a groundbreaking ceremony.
Okay. And what was, apart from appeal, what was Atamils Institute contribution to development in Koso? Apart from appeal,
Master, so you don't see the appeal. When somebody lobbies for something to be done, you don't see. Raymond, today I think your listeners will be very, very disappointed in you. Because you are not having any intellectual discourse this morning on your program.
Andy.
No. I'm at the talk with you.
Andy,
You
Tell
Andy,
Andy not to be emotional. Andy is being emotional.
Hold your fire. Hold your fire. Hold your fire, Andy.
No, because you see,
you are
Sammy,
saying that
Hold your fire. Andy, hold your fire. But you hold your fire.
I'll be on the show with Andy this
And
morning.
no, Andy is coming this morning.
I'll be on the show.
So Andy, hold your fire. If you are coming on the show, hold your fire and come on the show.
Sammy,
But you know,
No,
Raymond,
Sammy, if government
to be fair,
it's government's
to be fair,
responsibility
yes.
to fix the place or refurbish the place or remodel it. Why would they wait for you to appeal?
fact.
What
But
do
you
I
see,
say? And granted-
he was
granted-
referencing a
granted
case that you
Atamis-
asked to
no,
say.
Sammy, I
You
would
asked to say, in 2018.
Yes.
Okay, this is July 2018.
Yes.
Daily Graphic filed a report. Asumbiye Park in ruins.
Good.
What did I say?
Yes.
So, where he's coming from, and if you look at the pictures that Daily Graphic posts on their website,
In 2018, who was in government?
it was the MPP which was in government.
So who should really
So,
take,
Andy,
take
if
charge
you
of
are coming, we
the
are waiting
camp?
for you.
No, Sammy. So in 2018, 2019,
If
really should be in charge
is it
of
indeed
Asumbiye
coming?
Park? Yeah, I'm sure it's coming.
Okay, all right.
No,
then
who should be in
we'll
charge
wait,
of?
we'll wait for him.
Who should be in charge of
You
remodeling?
see, I told you
Asumbiye
that.
Park?
I told you that.
No,
This
Sammy
matter
Nabotwe-
is not
Sammy Nabotwe, granted, it is government that is spending to renovate the place. Granted, it is government's responsibility to fix that place. Sammy, Natamis Institute.
Let me make a comment. Let me make a comment.
On the front seat.
Let me make a comment.
In all of this, Omusika in a womb.
Let me make a
And
comment.
your taxpayers' money in the womb. Taxpayers' money they fix it.
You see, Raymond,
Why
for
does
me,
Natamis Institute come in?
the sad thing for me is that on the day when we are remembering a man of peace, anytime we are remembering him, it is rather a day of chaos. Anytime we are remembering the late President John Evans Atta Mills, who was a man of peace as we all knew him, it's a day that we find chaos. And it is between who and who? It is between his children he has left behind, his family, and Womo Ekun over an effort to keep his memory alive. And I asked the other time, what would President Mills say? The NDC, as a political party, Koku Ayidohu, and the John Evans Atta Mills Institute, and the family itself, what would Atta Mills say if he had a voice to speak to these three parties? Every year, Papa no, ye kainwa, edanentokwa. What would Mills say to them as the three parties?
He would have told Koku to stop what he's doing.
That's all I would say
Sammy,
before
Onim said, nah, John Mahama
we go for
Kasai.
sports.
Onim said John Mahama Kasai. John Mahama say, controversy surrounding Atta Mills' tomb, unnecessary. Sammy, in all of this, have you heard the NDC say anything? No, in all of this, have you heard the NDC
But you heard
say
some
anything?
Atta Mills.
Atta Mills was speaking in his capacity as brother.
Hey, and he can come up with you.
Atta Mills was speaking
Yes,
in
come
his
on,
capacity.
This was the pictures. Oh, we have a full documentary. Show him the pictures.
But this is
What are you
the
talking
side.
about?
No,
Wait,
this is the side.
hold
This is the side. This is the side that was earmarked.
Hold on.
Earmarked for development. Earmarked for development.
Okay, let's go for a break so that we can mic Andy and then we can. Let's
This is the site that was earmarked for development.
sports and camp. Let's go for sports and camp. We'll be right back. And you're welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. I apologize on behalf of my team and Andy can come as well for the abrupt interruption with his presence on set. I'm sure he'll be mic'd and then later on he'll join us. But to our viewers, we sincerely apologize for that. But we'll continue with that conversation in the course of your show. But let me hand you over Emma Raymond Nonfa sports updates and brain.
Happy 98.9 FM and our Sugusu Awutie O share so there ETV Ghana and now O share on page media no the Happy Morning Show. Me aso some of the sports update ebe bramo na Mamika say 1xbet and the time it did the sports update no bramo 1xbet on the website so onexbet.com.gh, onexbet.com.gh. Register and be a new account. Register now be a new account. I'll be my opportunity to enter a promo code. Promo code that's enter a BETGH and a BETGH. To enter our promo code, you pay. I'll be my 200% bonus on your first deposit. OneXBet say on the 18 memfa we need enter my website to so bet. Betting is addictive and to bet responsibly. We any message OneXBet say memfa bremo. Na ebeshen sem na say na ebesha say from the World Athletics Championship course Eugene and Oregon. Na Osha Jumedia course na na Ghana 4x100 relay team no ade over the weekend no omo to me set a national record na Osha se na Jumedia na ekoma team ne dia na omo hwe nim so omo to me a clinch gold and a bronze and a silver but omo place fifth in finals of the 4x100 relay course so World Athletic Championship no na Osha time omo to me make a time of 38.07 seconds in the process. I know abe national best for 4x100 relay competition across so Chrome ha na Osha mpenyufo omo to me yes adwumedi omo di sa adwumedi na Sean Safo entry Benjamin Azameti Joseph Odro Menu and Joseph Paulamo omo and omo to make clinch national record race mo niema ekoye ema team no despite the fight omo to me and remo medal zone na boys ne de omo nkisa omo do omo nim se metuja omo say omo hwe nim say despite the fact omo to me into America as a team on countless occasions no omo hwe nim say experience omo gather from this tournament no abebo omo ama Commonwealth Games omo call Birmingham no omo to me remo medal zone no yentie the boys no edituja after the race.
It's always possible, and we've got the talent to obviously get the national record over and over again. We just have to put the races together. It's our first time racing this year as a team, so to get another national record off of our first race, I mean, in the future, a few more races more, the time will drop even more. We did ourselves proud, but obviously as the four of us, we want to overachieve and we wanted to get the medal. It was close, but not quite there yet.
I think in a relay we just have to make sure we know we have the talent, we have the speed and everything. We just have to make sure the baton goes around and we're disciplined with our check marks. And we know that if we're able to do all those stuff, we'll be able to run a faster time, which will be national record, which will possibly be a medal, will be in a medal zone. So.
Relay ni dia na America enya shock. United States of America hosting win na omo pese omo ye no omo nya shock after say Canada clinch gold 4x100 relay no na Andy DeGrasse and to me complete race na Canada ne bobre ye pa United States of America it also second and Great Britain it also third na still World Athletics Championship no Deborah Aqua high jumper or no when to me and make it qualification mark no to make sure say to me every mo medal zone no na qualification mark automatic 6.75 no Abayo I friend Deborah Aqua went to me and make amends went to me and progress to the next stage of the competition and the rank nedia now into me and Kuinima Abayo no she was eliminated from the high jump. Now our idea bakwa see over the weekend no Abayo your friend no Oluwa Tobiloba Ayomide Amusa or no Nigeria ni Abayo Otumrika ewo 100 meters hurdles no na Abaya no etumi a breaking world record of 12.20 no Abaya we etumi a breaking in the semi-finals of the competition now to me make record to me make time of 12.12 seconds to ensure say to me a breaking world record and ejina ho enti we any asema to me epiemu over the weekend Abaya ne friend no Toby Amusan ne din ne dia ewaye pa enti Toby Amusan ene friend na sisia no final of the competition to me a winning gold or make it time of 12.06 seconds but in penny for say na a wind assisted into no the record of 12.12 or set in the semi-finals no and a gina so Sisiano or a first Nigerian to win an international medal among the country as Sisiano Nema Ekoye Amamwa Nigeria so to me a train bobre our competition I call so our Oregon into we NSM Kakra free tournament na media bre etie for na ye to aso no na ye be remo our boxing ring no because over the weekend no our Grand Casino our Hinkley Minnesota no and our branch friend Isaac the Royal Stone Bugboy or to me a defeated George Gonzalez via split decision 94-96 for Dugbe 94-96 for Dugbe and a 96-94 for Gonzalez were 3 judges no scorecard so we amasisiano Ushesen Anyama Ekono dia Isaac Dugbe na a world title final eliminator sisi abrantia no putting him in position say obetumi enya world title shot enti enchebia no ye hwe nim say IBF featherweight division title holder no I friend Josh Warrington and WBC title holder I friend Ray Vargas no one of these boxers or bet me are available send be Isaac the Royal Storm Dogbe on it sample for no bet to me ako now after the fight no say and Isaac Dogbe editoja so share decision na nema ekono dia ohwehwe champions so omupie no ombra na sese ne dia his back yentie dia Dogbe editoja after the fight.
And I want to say a big thank you to the WBO organization. I'm proud to be representing them once again, and the WBC also. So whoever the champions are, they should watch out. The Royal Storm, I am back, baby.
The Royal Storm Dogbe and a after sale to me a defeat Joet Gonzalez over the weekend. Now, Yento Asone Remo Ewo Black Galaxies are catching up Black Galaxies no canon from local Black Stars over the weekend. No to me easy pass Benin and the first leg of a Chan qualifying round match. Of course, so Ewo Cape Coast Sports Stadium. Oshasena Kensi and Eko and Dia. A few Banya Eshe first go Emma Bobo Kono and Mohamed Alassan also Edibako Epeso and Sana Glatin Awako and also Eshe third goal. To ensure say Ghana take a healthy 3-0 lead into the second leg because next weekend into way and in summer if you are Ghana to me winning match with dia and the next round of the competition to me face Super Eagles of Nigeria and I say Nigeria local squad no any Ghana and the befiso into Black Galaxies no you see anema ekoye amamo as they seek to qualify for Algeria 2022 and a Chan tournament no bet to me akoso still ewa kafa catch no the Bayana women's team of South Africa no Total Energies Women's Africa Cup of Nations no final no akoso over the weekend ewa Prince Mole Abdallah Stadium Ewo Rabat. Now Oshasena Akensi and Eko and Dia host nation Morocco and South Africa and share Ewo finals. Bayana Etumichi Echamu by 2-1 to ensure say for the first time in 22 years and for the first time since Omu participated in Omu first finals in the year 2000 no Omu to me a winning title a year Women's Africa Cup of Nations no na Oshe South Africa national team Nidia 2000 2008 2012 2018 no Omu to me drew finals but yeah dia Omu to me a winning title no this time round there Omu to me a chief Morocco a host nation so Omu to me a G crew no na Hilda Magaya ono eshe 2 goals ewa Akensi no 63rd minute and 71st minute and Sana Rosella Ayana 80th minute no take Kano Bako Emma Morocco na die numbers of the game ne na 9 minutes of time added on and a referee no edit to Akensi no so but still South Africa holding on to ensure say omo to me eji crew ano edi see omo sere so nti we and same kakra a free Total Energies Women African Cup of Nations akachia media break for na ha and I'm happy morning show sports update ni be see in some bebrena and also around the world preseason matches also Chelsea I will lose you to Arsenal over the weekend. Manchester City, any Haaland, Brantiano to me open scoring. Emma Manchester City over the weekend. Nina and Sema Echegu from the world of sports. Ohene Bampo Brenya and the rest of the team. Omutinasia, Omudin Sem Nina Ebebremo. Happy sports so at 9 a.m. Munshano so say more sports will come your way at 9 a.m. with more details. Happy 98.9 FM. So Yabadani on Kakra. When we return, the Happy Morning Show continues.
And welcome back to the Happy Morning Show live on ETV, live on Happy 98.9 FM. It's 21 minutes after 7. You're welcome to the conversation if you just join us quickly. We'll bring you the CBG updates and then we'll move on to activate the phone lines for you to join us this morning. And I pay your hands here in here and you can come able and then earlier may apologize say Mofa and chain sometimes some of these things they do happen but Mofa and chain you to us in first CBG business tips no embre or man for and pay na CBG I see a new name come and the disadvantages of having a savings account. Now, one of the disadvantages is having a minimum balance requirement. Most savings accounts have minimum balance requirements or monthly maintenance fees. If your savings account falls below the minimum balance requirement, the bank will deduct fees from your account, negating from interests you earned. And we one of the disadvantages having a savings account. So, then you know, so just kakra our account anymore. And more ability and no matter idea free more into way information at CBG at Aroma a day every month for and a pay. Yanani Hona Feni and Fagana Casa and Berman for. to 7 live on Happy 98.9 FM, Nisim 95.9 and 100.1 live on ETV, live on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You will be Akwaba Eba Chumedino Eso. Andy can come. Well, if you have full license edit to number no 0244885140. 0244885140 and 0555-657-278 0555-657-278. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Shtora.
Yes, sir, Chief.
What for me?
You may have about your million answer.
Yeah. The Musa said, Modi Omani, ye, Marco car politicians, when a Modi Omano, Demope.
Oh, I take exception to your statement, Idi.
Sorry.
It might be on a lighter note.
The problem is, the entire Mikasa and say, Atamasi for more than 10 years. Now, share a current situation. I at Timundi and Kolako school, your first textbooks in you. Now and there hardly send Pabani Bianedi throughout the day. Now, I saw that a panacea discuss you be away for 10 days, 10 years. Say, Metinaka say, and now I'm using that word, but if it's offensive, Pachami. Because Nyama said, yeah, you know when they know. At times you will call all the way former president. I also say, we are sharing the former president. But at the situation I with your team in Denon, Abruchile Obi Eddie Krama Eddie Ashedemos Okra, you are fined almost £4,000. I have some communal labor. Now they be at 1 year, you will compare with Abrofo. Yes,
maybe some question B. Founders Day, who celebrate?
Founders Day, say, yes, you.
Founders Day, make one with the S, a watch, you know. Who celebrate? Holiday, neighbor, celebrate.
Me, am permitting me a holiday, except say, you can say, I'm still in holiday because me, Kwajma, me, nya, by Juma, mess celebrating from Founders Days. Ebi asi asi for epe cola no me benefit bia enfrimu always say me mba mu ko school na ebre esa account nti nya bibi wo asabi ye ti mamofo na ye sheda em benefit bia free aban kem no e ba na some discuss ya eti akoma me da asi
na pay it is self framing about Jumedin so but you see some things for instance historical accounts of issues and how they happen. They all play part of the governance you're talking about because you see people without the knowledge of their historic background it's like a tree without its roots. We need to know the story, and so we are here to just tell you the story. It may not be what you want us to discuss, but others may be keenly interested in the conversation we may be having. And you know, me and Nkomo 0244-885140 and 0555-657-278. We'll be happy to speak to you this morning live on the Happy Morning Show. So for now, need Nkomo me Eddie Samuel Lechem. So I think that we feel na to hanum say between some yakopem na de omanga na hwadwen nko and Eddie abet na hanum say yedi Nkomo and me ento nka anope. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Biba Bisinichi.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sammy.
Good morning. Pacho udini baby afrefi.
Me pacho me de abena Kasafrika so.
Pacho yo abena.
Ha me pacho mpese mbuso wasam kakra se.
Pacho yo abena.
Fa no nsensam ya baba ye fa ex president. Pacho timinka.
Pacho abena metonka.
Ha, timi pacho sesi abusuafo no betimi asanji omufunu ana ka mpese mbusa keke sanka no be possible me na menya yanka common two funu ko ba because nsensam no ye tie na yura papa na ye asundweni but papa we since papa we can we say to avoid the bia no me de nya yanka omonko tu no fa ko ba bi kura busafo na pese o musie no na dia me di jamo osenkafo etinkuno ntichemu omonkan na omonhwe ewufo omwa omunyim hwe omo na study ansensam no ye no ahomete papa mobo na ayurefo papa etiase Mr. Do Little papa we no kaka nsem bebre oyarefo nsem ndoso papa ewu amoma no kokoda din timi die nya yanka ebusafo no kotufun no na mfa ko badu kra ombe na asomdwe park no na ho na mfa nya de foforo asomdwe mra pacho me dase
a question I'll be saying abusha no wo ho kwan omo ho kwan say they tell government, they notify government from the way things are going. This year, they want to relocate the body. They have a right to do so. And that's by way of an answer to your question. If they feel they want to do that, they have a right. They have a right. And we a Happy Morning Show. and wasugusu awuti and all share our ETV Ghana. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Chief.
Yeah. It's here when perform we share ETV and pay. So we just say and pay me free imagine check can so.
Pacho body ma me ne baby afrefi.
Pacho because if a question man. So we can defer the late Professor John Evans Atamans. You won't want some kakra. Man oya sim bien hene. Oya sim bien hene. Enti yesremu a papa no se abusuafo na one person mo ji omu funu a aban enhwe enfomo na china sei na sei china sei no yesremu a monhwe na munye na papa no ya sim bien hene na Ghana so penifo no monhwe na mbu o man ni na ye huntre madam asi
yo we dey medo ase but one body and for my free ashaman but offer me no body maybe I will free free na you know edin komo we'll be grateful say offer ya na anyway edin komo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sami.
Yes sir, Chief.
There Nana Kwati ni Kumasi.
Yes sir, Nana.
Me you are home na me ni so kakrama me hu ni o my muni na. Adentina dama ye ho sa. Ọmọ yẹ wo yi sẹbi ọmọ kwenye yi ẹwọ yẹ sika sẹm hyehyẹ mu ni ade ẹwọ sẹ yẹ nyinaa nke yɛde adwene ɛkafu ya na yɛ nyinaa yɛ hwɛ kwa ɛbɛfa so na afei sɛbi yɛ ko sɛbi ɛmu ɛho na me adeɛ baako ha ne sɛ ɛyɛ former president next year papa wi ɔmpɛ ne ho asɛm na nke nipa wei ko wia ɛdɛ na n'akyi yɛ jama bibia nkotobi we say so no ana area senior be a aboa ne pen wodi ne fufuo nso ebo Mr. Minister be president or president there na say bibia ye ɔman no ebia enti tamen mu ni say e was up priest one enye bome enye monumental idea so enye monumental idea enye bia ye obi a wo go di enye monument pe pacho ana bia ye kantaka ya there you bet to me the tourist at a impressive site. So, and some monument could be to me about. Now, I'm not sure. Oh, Montagini free mono, any other. So, now you bet you saw maybe big a council, you could make it say, if Crumbs in the group, some you young fan said, Nimia Santini Bay. Tell me who are contributed there. Get me from that, you come about the same. So, and then one so or Montagino. Kwambi senior to me nkasa ye jana sa intermediate the meme say nyina no pay me say NDC NPP papa no betemo Ghana but semo Ghana ntimuma Ghana mum enwene no ensu ma papa no ye nya say afi bia na NDC akogina fa na NPP akogina fa na we akogina fa na ye kan ye ta makase ye wo gidie bi say ye wo ho manu koda de tiani anu kremofo say obi wu na fɛ wɔde kaa ne yɛ aseɛ sɛ wɔde obi kaa obi a na tani ntua ne kaa ɔnso ne deɛ wafa bra ade ntua ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛsɛ mmerɛ bi a yɛbɔ odiri biara no ɔmu ne gyidie mu ɔno yɛ nya nom sɛ tie w'akyi ɛkyerɛ sɛ bɔ ameke w'akyi Professor me so
all right minia wogyina ahoma no so akyɛ obi nso ɛmbra ahoma no so anɔpa yi 0244885140 and 0555657278. Hello, good morning.
Someone is
yes sir, Chief.
We mean in short time to me for dam or form woman crew. We have 5 cm in Yachimakutia.
Yo, Aja.
Pacho missing some that's a me a dorsal. Ghana, so my Shia Kakra. We are Mampenia who are to be a year of bush and folly out. We are mining the Japadi. Mampenia or no Tessono or no to me. Fair. Ɛsɛ ɔno na bibia ɛsɛ nyinaa so yɛmfa wo ma wɔ busuafoɔ sɛ bi wonyɛ obi bi asa kɛkɛ te sɛ me a meka sɛ yɛ me mɛfiri sɛ me sɛ bebree yɛ ministers womfiri ma yɛhyɛ wɔn wɛn mampani ne tumi bia wɔn so yɛ busuafoɔ tumi bɛfa wɔn kɔ bɛt wonyɛ bɛdi mampani deɛ ɔyɛ ɔman no agyapadeɛ nti abusuafoɔ no twe wɔn mfirim kɔkɔkɔ ayi de wɔnim de ɛnim mmara nti na ɔkɔɔ mampani nkyɛn kɔso kyerɛ no sɛ Niama by power as with the park, yen to me, yes, you go papa no, you to papa negate, Mampany, Moami. mami tumi mami akadie na mi tumi nko siesie asomdwe park na nado jini nsɛm to mu ɛma ne sika de kɔ siesie asomdwe park owie na ɔfrɛ no ɔsi bra na yɛnyɛ biribi mfa nkyerɛ ɔdɔ ana osi na nado sambɔd kade sii hɔ wɔakyerɛ sɛ koku anyi de wo ɔgye MPP di ɔgye na nado di ɔnim sɛ ɔbɛtumi ayɛ na ne nua no ɔno gyina abɔnte woyɛ MP koku ayɛ de wɔbusa sɛ baabi ko a wobra ne wɔ no wokɔ ɛmfi ahini ɔse bɛyɛ 8 years ni kwa me nkɔ ɔda wonkɔ ɔda na wogyina abɔnte na woyɛ dede ɔma papa no din no na de
I don't understand the pace of Femi now about Jumedini, so 0555-657-278 and 0244-885140. Ofemi ameni beji semini bedi enkumo. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, morning.
Yes, Pacho, ma oneso kakramwa na onini wo fompa me.
Hello, good morning.
Pacho, dini we be afefi.
Charles, ifrefi UDS Tamale.
Yo, chief.
Muna mugu etuma so President Dada wo wuna semi de yenjai wo krimu. Ye wetuma pepre wo krimu anka yese ye ni ko hu. Ne ye duma ne enyina ye hu toye wo krimu ha. Ane ni pa ewu atina ye swale ne ye ka. Only me say MPP party ya promise keta for say ye ba ye habo ane habo no owan. Ye the minister to ho for ye the minister to ho na we jiska we brebie. Yen hwe ye hu ye wo akrim anya sa atirema umu baba ba suamae.
All right.
I people planting for food and ye su agene ni akrum ha. Tomatoes kra ye nibi ye could so ne di tomatoes ye ba ne says ka amuna din nyina nso ye wata te ye batumi agro dem haba no wo so a ye banya adidi ye
May I send a pace of Femi about Jumedini say befa 2 more calls and that'll be it for this morning. Ofemi was 0244-885140 and 0555-657-278. Me no be din komo awo Jumedini. So hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir, chief.
Oh yeah, Kafia Fodianio, Catamanto.
Yes, sir.
You know I'm telling you there.
Ah, you want what day?
You what day what? Yeah. Okay, my Obekasa Koidi and Obekasa is the second one. First one. At the Bokano. A top of papa. Say, for your president. Na Ufrimwa. A your money in Adia, a woman over Bushnia, your Bobushna foreman here. Say, any panel. The Pesia man on street area. I be a year in and I hear you in the group. More a Bishafona over Jatum. But why you be beyond me out dinner as you know in Kraha? I'm not ya yet baby come. I work through and she said, Linia Quaco, we go I can crack a bino, our testimony. I will say, never need the party again. To come to one by the money, the idea. And presence is you on as well. Now, I'm not around home. I need to put there.
All right, Uniana Homano and me and Yinaso. A better sounds you nobody and come number no 0244-885140. Offering me with Incomo. Hello, good morning. Yes, sir, chief.
Akonta te say.
You made a batch announcement.
Into who akonta, into musana se kura kakra. Akonta. No kura kani.
Me na me waru ofi anaso na waru me.
Baby, me na me waru ofi. Na o de baby. So we see kanisha. Me samba ofi.
Yo, mate. Yo.
Na menchi awu ni wejuma ifo wate. Na kopo nka ho. Mi tio pa na ya na kwanya ni me ma me kwa ntimi wura. Na menchi na bofu so ampofu. Openi within the Nokrata South Africa so baby MPP MP no tutu container no ho na mikira. Me pa cho openi kase Mr. Wara. Be ye be kwa ko si Professor Mess. Si be ye den se be ye den. Me pa cho amanyoko ben and ma yenya Professor Mess e bi di wo ma no so. Enya NDC. NDC and the providing Professor Mess e di ma wo ma no. Ana me boa. And wo free busuam ansan wo ba NDC. Enti sebe enye trimo po body. Eni sebe enum guasie ana mo pese mo ma to NDC a. Enti sebe o. Enti mo ketwa NDC fo NDC se ye pese ye ni a. NDC fo ba ka tem se de enya de pa. Opani na sani ma we na mi bi so o man economy na agije apansam no
Sadia we ebeba economy asori agina ne naso. Pending for food and job aji eguno ebema asori agina ne naso. E come bi amanfo wo man mu a yentimi ntua electricity bill, yentimi ntua water bill no. We betimi ama yetimi atua ana. School feeding eguno ebetimi asori ama agina ana. What is a nako eguno ebetimi ama asori agina ana. And the corruption to assess no. Sadia we ebetimi ama sa corruption no etu ana. Enye no na hunya yin o mani ti ka sama atia pansam no eno ne yebe so man pani en focus so no one means fix o man no sika sam no e mani nyina na na so dollar etu ati sa e ko na ni ma enti san na ti no onye no ma kono dollar ni nyina na so petrol etu ati no o ma dollar petrol no so enti ma fom eno na hunya yin enye we obi
do ase no pay say ofem na badwuma ne so yentimi emfa course bia biem ye nyina ye de ni e kire eye kata na ye ko kata dia na Kempon Travels and womo edi yeko womo the special packages and womo the brand for Qatar 2022 World Cup no rational na so no yembo na ye no ko special package no the Qatar Airways and ye de yeko accommodation arrangements ya ye edi amount feeding arrangements ya ye edi amount match tickets ya ye edi amount internal transport e Qatar and so no ya ye edi amount and you know interested persons should call now on 03-02798020 and at 020-919-4507 na oni womo endi enkomo ananso se obetimi any CBG4 edi insawoso na womo so aboa senia obetimi aye payment for ASR package we say ntiso person call aye Qatar 2022 Kempon Travel and womo eso yasene ama yako na bibia akoye eye. Now can you run, jog or walk? Join the Accra Intercity Homework Marathon now. And it's on Saturday, July 30th, 2022. Start points in A Sprinters Road in front of Papaye. Finishing points in A Manchagbona, Jamestown. Start time A 6 a.m. Distance in A 21 kilometers. Registration fee A free. Send your name, age, school, club via WhatsApp number 0500-719-74. And I say overcall www.accraintercitymarathon.com to register. For more information, obey me after 0555-165166 for further information. Sponsors, Allied Consortiums, HD Plus, MyBetAfrica.com, Aqua Blue Mineral Water, Ethiopian Airlines, Well, Escort Securities, ASCII Airlines, Oceanic Resort, Africa World Airlines, Indomie, and Happy FM. One more Adaroma, and that Yadi Jumedi, Yadi Ebre Oman for you. Better than you by a bar, na afe, Yatoya de Tono, Eso. And welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. Omo share in the Omo say my position as on set this morning. I think it's a corner higher, nicer than Nkofone side on tete sa. But anapay 3-man squad and yeah they AD Jumedi and the time no manage time no papa strictly 55555 no bia enya first round ya second round 55555 na fe de ya to aso ne edi nkomo and you won same elmenchen sanso na audio elmenchen no pay ya di Jumedi no ebremo and o de wa basset no so that anti ya mo akwa aba audio morning bibia de din sorry morning bibia de din yan shase
na yan shase member no mo say ma bi kita bi mirror na say den omo de jaja onya moderation sa na ye no say mo
ala
obi a mo wo scafo na
yes
ni yi omo e na wo ni Raymond wo ni Raymond say ma no say omo ba mo so a mo betima produce sa ska
of course
and I be say mon forget it cause man e am share answer no my yo
yan qualify na say
dey be mutisa wudumu answer no
me nka ho me no mo yan ka ho me no mo yan ka ho because the woman will not
come to say me need 10,000 Ghana 10,000 Ghana dey back chisi sa
na 10 yes 10 million who ka 10,000
10 million Ghana cedis.
10 million Ghana cedis. Anopa 10 million.
And you na population store 10 million and 10,000.
Now 10 million obey.
10 million.
Now many what? Yeah,
10 million.
When I want a business, my be a family obey me. Maybe say minimum wo nibi. Raymond minimum kojo to ye nibi. Into mo yankamo kojo. Yankamo. One a businessman. No. Yeah, yankamo. But ye mamu hamo ho why? Manu de mo man o mo nyo. Yo mo target yeah.
Mama found Shasi and show na very very heated. Time ni susua. Yan Shasi, Audu.
Mama cry me.
Enra, the late president.
Yes.
Professor John Evans Atta Mills. Nyakopon to ne safari 10 years ni.
Yeah.
Asomai na ye kaino. Ehon sensem ene de see Enra ensem kakra o mampani akan proud to that ene de CCC nyina no.
Yeah.
Within 5 minutes, and bit me call round 2 times and Sunday I in Facebook, you know.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Maminda I share 480 for us. Now no pay Mills and Sam say former President Mills. On him say all the time I they hiti me who said near my hiti at the time Professor Mills Linear a holy press conference, press brief at Parliament House about, and it all was not even about renovation of BBIC in Uniano, but it was about Koku Anyidoho and Atta Mills Institute to him no more Jackie process no. Now we talk about family. Oh, share press conference no no. Family ben apart from no. It was a political press briefing. So if you leave your brother where your brother's resting place renovate it, you are not talking about that. Then you gather yourself, you only politicians because you know woke up a year. He was doing pure politics. In this world sometimes a family member and ebe receive din. Your family member na ebe uye. Your family member na ebe mao. Yabo edimpa. Sometimes friends, very good friends, will let those things that the family will not, your family will not do. Your very good friend will do things for you that your family, even your brother, your blood brother, will not do for you. And I think that is what Koku has been doing since the death of Professor Mills, who he worked closely with. It is not about, if you look, the whole thing Koku has been doing, just not about Asunje Park. He has spoken publicly about his association with Professor Mills, how the man called him to work for him, how Prof called him to work for him, and how he related with Prof. And clearly, all over the years, Mills, it tells me one thing, say, loyalty is very important in whatever you do in this world. So when you are committed, somebody who know be, who serve you be, not say any panel, you serve him with loyalty, absolute loyalty. Ni panel few years you continue to remember the person. Ne born in the same. To be able to cherish and love the person he so much with. I've heard discussions about maybe at the state of the place. And people have been saying, listen to even NDC members about that place. Prof, I think 10th August 2012. Yeah, mom, what dino, maybe nibi. Some of you have multiple houses. We see dine even for 1 year, see ho, a dine. Not say one come one quite his your even 1 year, the place would deteriorate. Even environment, grass and even will let the place deteriorate. So people have asked 4 years or no, Nepal no see no. Mind you, he was buried under a particular president, a certain president. A certain president inherited Mills's presidency. For 4.5 years, you think that if you don't work on this place, at the place, oho ebe
Are you suggesting say during the tenure of former President John Dramani Mahama, Asumdue Park was not tended?
Tell me what was done within the 4.5 years. Look, I have been at that place. Okwa na eye war na ewo ho no na eye you wire meta wire yi. In fact, na ntwe pushy sa you know. So the place was like okoha na ntwe di agro ho. That place? Master. Look, I have pictures that will show you. Pictures of
I'm finding because that's around center of town.
Center of town.
I'm imagining around that place with the Osu Castle there, with the security operatives there.
There's a road behind. Leading to the place I
cattle will go and graze there.
Oh, cattle move on the streets of Accra in Ghana.
Because there's a national security depot office there.
Oh.
And well, unless you are able to.
Well, I am telling you this. I am telling we are in a country where nobody is answerable to anybody. Look, you fast behind the there's a road leading to baby I say Marine Drive, The kwano da people move freely, cars move. On you now go and see the place. Then I may also among here clean the hall because of I mean, there's a project in the start here. Look, I'm telling you, say, Okohwa, cow down now there war. Sammy, you pictures, your camera, the state of, they were supposed to be libraries, everything was abandoned. Library, a baby, a restaurant. The place was supposed to be a place, probably a tourist site. So, Okohwa, a cafe, cafeteria, war, library, war. Baby, obey a relaxing place. Yeah, I think there are about three buildings. Anka Sanya Mano Ebetiki. So if somebody, all these years, somebody has sort of said, oh, the place has been in that state. Let me appeal to government to do it. If government has not done it itself, and somebody has appealed to government and government has accepted to do, graciously accepted to do the work. Even though government now say and said yes and go by no born in the same. This is about family, about tum. Now ye former president Rollo call you Nkrumah body free and Crawford eba you know. Did it belong na family no money ho Nkrumah family ni ho. When you are a president and you die, you become the property of the state. That is why your president in a woo and the state in a barrier. Former president Rollins or woo and say, when see, it is the duty of the state to make sure, say, baby, I see Papa, no, the place is well taken care of. You cannot go and abandon somebody in a particular place. Now, I just hope now. Obia lead say or yeah also wajiafa there no wajiafa efunu na wajiafa na say there baby what is it not he say as a state the place is put in good shape in memory of our late president.
Okay,
former president Akufo-Addo and Okasa nyina or say the person who has been my fears they are a critic. Say he admitted that. Did he say, baby, no, he's taking the place away? No, is anybody Koku? Is Koku going to take the place away? The place, for God's sake, is under national security. It's a national security area. It's under government is controlling the place. Right. Now, no. If that should be Obi Banas or say, Koku will not be, his name will not be in that place. Will Koku not? Will he cease to exist on this earth? And will he not be able to mention the name of former President Mills he served? This is about this political thing about family.
5 so that we can go and come. You take on this matter.
Yo, Sammy. Honestly, I would say all controversy surrounding Professor Mills. Maybe you see no new watching sema every year be drew say ye be kaina ebano. And President Mama Kai say a needless controversy, needless and avoidable. Sure, and they say utie o callers now. It sums up the mood of the nation, and a near man can will be brought to the front burner for national discussion. Na sebi, enye your man penny a wawu eye mfie duni na as oman afibia edru se ye beye enkai som amano a na afi na we say muna muji ni mu we say muna mujeja ni mu we say ye do Professor Mills we say ye busuafo, and then oman ebetna ase for a whole week ena your interest wo. And that tells you who we are as a nation. But I'm hoping, say, after 10 years here, Omampeni etie koku anyido hune andi musufe ya wako siesi sabi ayi. Say the 11th anniversary, you know, same way and samba. But apart from wine a mills, no, I'm sure say the controversy, you know, edinye may be eba to bear, which for instance I'm sure say Omampeni bia or Tiasi bia, and I'm sure they are writing their will and then putting in their will somewhere. Say, in fact, me wua say and I yenko see me and now say me wua to stop all this needless controversy, you know. Your baba tina have be discussed. He say amocho munsie mi wo me fie ana munsie mi wo me krase eno ne me makoma so ade a mepe because obia ewu echi no anka ope no asumdwem. And Professor Mills, knowing him and who and what he stood for, no, I'm sure say he's not on anybody's side on sa claims obia meki yana aban yana ebaya ebesiesi because the place had been abandoned. Also, at the young as of mine, young kind of nationally, your maintenance culture, exposition here, yenni the culture, yetimi, edisiesi, eye enyema eye omaye japadi. You see, Professor Mills, I mean say yesiesi biya no say. In whatever form or shape it was, I believe say sanka omaino any ko ho omaino ehwe ye. In fact, omo ayesi omo osu cemetery awodo mani mikrom kwa cemetery si ni na se enye se ewunya se bi a wo besi dan bi edi asi amuni so na emom se weni ewo ho a. And in this case, I don't think it was just the responsibility of the family. Abain whether abain be ana etisu bia no na eye ya sedie ese ye besiesie sa bia no nti we didn't even need an appeal from Koku any Andy any Atamils Institute ese omo be tro letter akoma abain se abain bia ya ye mampeni dada be bia yesie no eho nye no senka ye wosa culture na. Day in and day out, I believe the government officials, they drive through Biaya, I would do Casena in Enchini, and more a job on Edia Grohoy. Sanka ye wo o mine Nankasa one share, Essa Yashana or Maya Japadebi, Eho Koboni, Nasi Befa Essia. You don't need such appeals, you don't need such petitions from private individuals. And from rare or minance and or mine Becca say, ye two and a mombi, I'm a president, I'm a instruction. To an authority say, Mumfa na munko siesi. Mishwen soa. Aside the enyema bebre subaye, it exposed enyema bebre. Omwa onipa metimi di ni ho yaw pa baako. Eye Professor Mills ni nua bema, eye Samuel Mills. Hwe eto bibia asemba na se one share the larger picture now the emotions. Ene ubedi wakumechi say oh me na me name Mills. Koku didn't know Mills that much. utimi kan ya akɔka sɛ ɛyɛ yɛ man panin ɛyɛ Professor Mills ɛdan na ɔda mu no na ɛdan na ɔda mu no nsuo ɛɛtɔ ba a agye si yɛsesa bokit mako 8 ɛwɔ castle. What again was he exposing? If indeed say true, our maintenance culture. And no matter what, how you want to project Professor Mills as a modest man, say omaye japade a wudem na insuo eto a egu wumpa woda so agi se wasesa buckets mako nwotwe e de asi dem ho answer wetimi ada, and you were on air saying this about Professor Mills. I said, and not say he was a noble man and you knew him that much. It means you had access to the man's bedroom. Now, what steps did you take? I said, this I mean, some way there, me genuinely, minyaya, anka after when na bano. Anka Enra Professor Mills receive 2 guests Asumdwe Park, which in fact contradicts Professor Mills' virtues. I say omampeni anka say olidi maye nina yeko na yeko siesie bia no omampeni any ni team ekoye owie here no na omampeni dada and then call for also etutu omontuma and the call say they are going to honor President Mills. Share as on mine yenina yemfano as way a collateral responsibility say we have not treated Mills well after his death. But Mijidi say Enra Mills maybe or there be a share Asumdwe Park any at least the facelift idea ma very befitting of the status of a man who served his nation. Owu ewo ekunwane so. Inti ebia mi hopi. I'm just hoping say after these discussions and the country will move on. Na yenjai na papay under Asumdwe. Em say sami enu na meka wo Professor Mills asemu.
Andy, 5 minutes.
Be cheerful. Sami I'm happy say Miamia Frempong wa akasa asem no. It's a tried knowledge how modest the late Mills was. But let me say Ninia Samuel Atta Mills, in his attempt to find fault with what Koku Anyido is doing to preserve and propagate the legacy of his brother, no, made a huge mistake. Sebio, sir, yenuanma margin mukamuno. Omukra some ensure tono mujina baby na omuko babia ebi ansio mu. And some of kind, no. In fact, listeners should take it from me. No Caribbean. Say Obaba said the brother was sleeping under a leaking roof. Is he trying to suggest that the brother was not responsible? That is not it. He was just lying. He lied on that particular matter. Sami, you know, Frimpong, so concluding or can be going forward. Say every discussion regarding Asumdwe Park should be a refreshing, a palatable one that would bond this country together, given the attributes, namely what the man was made up of. Asumdwe Hini. And now, Samia say program na course no was like this, that the 10th anniversary memorial Thanksgiving for the late President John Evans Atta Mills, unveiling of the tombstone and commissioning of the Asumdwe Park under the distinguished patronage of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency of the Republic of Ghana. That was a state event. National colors. So, prior to the Enra Jumadia course, people were threatening to kill others. So, Kwakwanyi Dobo Obahona, by listening to the Ododio MP, Nilan Devana Boy, Obahona Kwakwa Manu Kwaya, Obekuno, this Obewu, a lawmaker, preaching violence. Thank to God say, Ghana for whom? Sammy, let me just illustrate this thing. Obianim say Babuawe. Some Babuawe. Sammy dia. Say Sammy Babeshe. Ni papa na uragu ho. Sammy dia. Akwa ti say hinie. Sakonya no to a they look at the lineage, families no. Now Oma select obi. And this Babuane or na one share for all this while. Ubia nim say wo necessary wo share. Sa Babuano na one share. Na obi say oh, sa Babuaya amwaji ato hoyi. Ase say obi share. Na otimidi adwuma. So on the part of the family and the NDC administration under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I don't know man share Babuano. You were able to continue his presidency. In fact, his uninspired term, no, dana oto okone chino, dana enomuso in. So, under your watch, at least you should have done something. Let me say, Kwesi can say that, quoting the former president, or say all these discussions were needless and now the brouhaha, which I agree. You see, he has made it possible. He made all these discussions relevant if he had done it under his administration. Because, you see, Sammy, yesterday the former president was quoted by some news reports, and Sammy Enidiemu, Maname Menkai Bibi. He said if you go or say former President John Dramani Mahama has eulogized his former boss, late John Evans Atta Mills, president. Mahama described him as an honorable and dignified statesman whose love for Ghana could not be questioned. Honorable and dignified statesman, that is the operative word. To quote or say, Professor Mills was an honorable and dignified statesman whose love for his country and his people was without question. He was a phenomenal, best felt that than described. Yeah. So we say we're honorable and dignified. You know all this. You were the biggest beneficiary when he passed on as the vice president and per the constitutional provisions. So how dignified did you keep his memory in terms of building the Asomdwe Park? And in fact, the Asomdwe Park, let me give a brief history. Also, President Mills, 24th July 2012. And at that time, no, I'm saying elections back, 2012 elections. No. Anti, I say, penny for near Bushian for Kamutri Bomano. Then they decided, say, oh, intent man. So 10th August, and now decided, so they needed to put up that place temporarily. I'm waiting me the So on the day of the burial and after Oko Park, no, but say, I'm calling baby off after the park from the tombstone. You know, I'm calling baby off, and on the pictures, ni working a duty toss and to her. And I would do cano. But after the first anniversary, NDC was in power, so yes, they organized the first anniversary. But going forward, no reports say to no pictures were up to extent of the blocks and the chocolate. The first one was a wooden structure. deɛ na ɛbaeɛ anyɛ yie. I think sir, NDC was still in power, and at a Mills Institute led by Kokoa Anyido. Anytime I be ho, ako prapra ho. Kokoa be yin bottom sika. Amo penti ho, I drip it to Mununi Bibiano. Ye busa permission from the National Security. The records are there. Anytime we send those requests, even yesterday's event, ne ya trauma National Security as far back April. You understand? So that is the procedure.
All right, Andy, hold on 1 second, Famamina. I will come to you for you to give us the chronology of things, but you will summarize it within 2 minutes. But within that 2 minutes window now, there's a very important question about back, which is the second phase of the conversation, because we have 15 minutes and we still have the 5 each. Would be, why has Atamil's legacy become a matter of controversy annually? Because former President Nkrumah he's an icon, an idol. Yeah, Vice President Kwesi Misata, he's gone. Former President J. John Rawlings, he's gone. There are several other presidents every year. They pay respects to them. How is it, sir, there isn't any controversy whatsoever when it comes to the remembrance of these individuals? That's for the second phase. But Andy, let me come back to you. 2 or 3 minutes to summarize your point you are making,
yes,
building.
The point I'm making is, so how really Omo put the place together? And Omo this year, no. But after that, there are some nearby. The NDC under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. That is why I give that illustration, sir. Obia him say, Anyibia, you were the biggest beneficiary. You took over. So, I mean, you should have done it. It was not your money. It won't be your money. Like, in this case, the president directed or instructed CODA, that is the Coastal Development Authority, to put that place in shape, which they have done. And yesterday, graciously was there to commission it. And yeah, say, on speech, all can. And you see, people have been making them say, what was the role? What the role of the Atamils Institute in Kokoa Anyido? You see, NGOs and institutions don't work. They are manned by people. And so you can't just form institutions or NGOs and just leave it and you expect to get result. You must move. You must hit the ground running. And yesterday the president said something. With the permission, let me quote. Sometime after becoming president, I became aware of the sad state of Asumdwe Park. And in 2020, I received a request from the late President Energetic Communications Director, Kokoa Anyido, who runs the institute named after the president for the assistance of government to rehabilitate the facility. I agreed, and subsequently I instructed the Coastal Development Authority to undertake a thorough rehabilitation of the park with the close collaboration of the institute. Listen, institutes, NGOs are manned by people. Today, just recently, CDD came out with a report on their corruption index. When it comes to those invest in security, in some, even today, I happen to touch on a report from Bureau of National Safety and Security. Say, listen, Nima Bibe Koso and that all bought a bumping for Koko, particularly the Interior Ministry. So, my point is, institutions don't work. They are manned by people. And so when you don't take the action, your institution will not get result. And the president has, vindicate what Atamils Institute did to get this place refurbished.
Andy, I say, but we have our second bout.
But Sami, the point I want to make before Ebia Yebeksa Kwabane say, Obianje President Mills Mboso. Yenim Niesi Wakrumha after the demise of President Mills. When after the 2012 elections, going into the 2016 elections, Green Book Bia the NDC government you know who baby say omakase president must away. There was this attempt, as if said, to deliberately to arbitrate all his legacies. Meanwhile, just some week ago, last Friday or so, 2 weeks or so, we know the contribution of President Mills' vision, and the president who was there to grace the occasion of the Grand Debacle, I say what? The progressive vision of the late president made UHAS possible. And then, if you want, talking about universities in this country, you cannot leave out UHAS. And so President Mills is Bebre. But upa kokofa green book no na catch them say ehin na President Mills aye bibia o matchra to ho. Then Obi said no, let's project the man. The man came to say, say Nimia Samuel Atta-Mills in one of his discussions can say we should talk about the positive things wabaye or no positive things ben awaka about ni brother. Since when ni brother echo you know dear na why e dey eulogize ni brother. All right. Perhaps he wanted say to come to the public for them to know, but in as much as it is good say waba aman crofo no. I want to hear more of him when he's in parliament on behalf of his constituents to talk well and be captured in the answer.
All right, Andy Medowase. Now, I've already given us the direction of the next phase of the conversation, but even before that, you know, what constitutes loyalty? What constitutes a demonstration of me? I'm asking this because I know that the NDC as a political party over the years has been organizing some seminars, some lectures on days that we are remembering the late President John Evans Atta-Mills. Is that not significant enough a statement to say, Imam Penidada, when you're baby chrono, you're kind of. Is that not a demonstration of loyalty of the party as well? Or it's all about just the tumba? Yekusisi. I would mami found Shasi.
See me 1 minute sign.
3 minutes.
On say na Sami Kasa no Sami Frimpong. Say was Sami me no.
Yeah.
Or say Professor Sami Sanora or receive two visitors and not 2 guests. I was laughing in my head. Once the president called and he laid a wreath on behalf of government and people of Ghana. And this is forced by Koyeno. Apparently, Speaker Babi laid a wreath on behalf of government and people of Ghana. So as see, like theatrical. Now, Mami Besa, Speaker, no, is he the head of government?
No.
So why did he lay a wreath on behalf of government and people of Ghana?
Well,
okay,
honest,
that is
having seen the statement
me
of Speaker,
so
when it comes to the wreath laying,
if it is true, I'm asking this question.
Because we
in
what
what
capacity
nor lay on behalf of government and people of Ghana?
On behalf of government and people of Ghana.
If it is true, in what capacity did he do that? Is he the leader and head of government? Okay. Now let's come to Professor Mills. You see, you've asked why other leaders, Omo, Nkrumah, first President Nkrumah, we have former President Rawlings, we have former President Atta-Mills, Dr. Hilary Liman, and then the rest. Why it's not be an issue? See, there is the whole thing, politics. Politics. I don't know why Mills's own is like that, whether because it appears to say Mills there no. Nkrumah say ni CPP no kra emze eya wu anisa. Nti nobody is actually bothered about Nkrumah now. See, the CPP no eya wu anisa, as I said, nti they are not Mills, you know, some people are using him, say there will be some political advantage to be gotten from the Echo, you know. If not, why will have me beginning of my contribution, make I say, why will Ninia go and talk about baby SCCA, Ninia, baby I didn't the resting place, final resting place about Ninia? Why will he be raising issues about it and surrounding himself with politicians, the political parties? So it's politics. It is politics. But you see, as Zami said, look, what we saw, the man stood for something. And truly, he was Asumjehini. Everybody who knew him knew, say, why Asumjehini Ampa. So these issues should not crop up at all. Mama also with this kind of he was talking about remembrance. You are talking about remembrance of Mills that Omokoye speeches. What is more dignifying of somebody? Say Niama Waye ewo Ghana, Ama Ghana. You don't mention those things, but you go and do speeches for him. In those speeches, do they mention, say, President Mills in STT, UHAS? Do they mention, say, University of Ghana Medical School on STT? Do they mention, say, Rich Hospital on STT? Do they mention all these things in their speeches? Is that how you remember and dignify somebody? As Andy said, go and take the Green Book. So I say, who Professor Mills did Omana, and now all the projects, 2020 election year, no. One who say NDC need be including some Mills. Say, wa bought Professor Mills did say, why ye be Magana. And the question I may be son say, Professor Mills will buy 3.5 years in now, and to 1 year he will Ghana. 1 year he will be NDC as a political party maker say, just say na Prof Beye. Sammy ask me, say, and I mean Bissau say, Bissau say, what has NDC portrayed as something that a legacy that Professor Mills has left behind? How do you remember somebody? It's about his legacy. What is the legacy of Professor Mills and NDC for they have portrayed over the years? Tell me. Everybody, my colleagues are here. If they have heard NDC saying, say, Professor Mills, why yes, Omonka Magana Fonti. Everything that has happened under NDC in the 8 years has been by former President Mahama.
Mama, what was that question be? So there's a publication, the 6th Arthur Mills Memorial Lectures.
Yes.
Good old Prof saved my business.
Yes.
Sian Ejapon. At a lecture where he tells the story of how Professor Mills saved Zoom Lion Ghana Limited.
And they say, Sia Japan NDCD.
No, he's not at NDC.
Exactly. You are even battling my point.
No, he spoke at that lecture.
At that lecture. Precisely.
This lecture offered an opportunity for Ghanaians to hear what President Mills stood for.
So what did NDC as a party say about Professor
Mills?
Let
me look for what the NDC said. And there have been several of them.
You see?
There have been several of these lectures where I have listened to NDC members espouse the good old professor, the good things he has done, the virtues and values.
Which will ask for, you see, that is, you see. Why do you think people...
without values...
Why do you think people, why do you think MPP, they mention Free Senior High School? Why do you think Professor Mills mention, John Mahama's people mention Airport Terminal 3? Doesn't Akufo-Addo have values? Does this John Mahama, former President Mahama, doesn't he have values? Why do you think they mention these things? They mention them as legacies, monuments. Why everybody knows Professor Mills has been a Sujuehini. Everybody knows his character. Everybody knows.
Let me ask you a question. So, John Dramani Mahama, former president, has got several structures to his name that he built.
Yes.
President Akufo-Addo has some.
Roland Muhammad Mills doesn't have any structure in his name. That's what you are telling me.
No.
Okay.
But if you mention former President John Evans Atta Mills,
yes.
What is mentioned? I'm asking you. What is mentioned?
What do you mean by what say?
When you mention Evans Atta Mills' name, what do people say? Between that Asumdue Hine, as a man who was not corrupt, as a man who was disciplined, as a man who had Ghana at heart, and those physical things you mentioned, which is more valuable?
Oh, that's why.
Which is more valuable?
You see, so now you see that these things are more valuable, intangibles are more valuable than the brick and mortar. I totally agree with you.
So,
today you are confirming
the
development of a nation is not about brick and mortar. I am only telling you that.
Because your argument you're making is that, because the NDC has not mentioned that, and now,
you see, you are not getting me. You are not getting me. Who doesn't mention about these things?
Let me get you.
So you think that all these things, monumental projects they have put, all these people have put, they don't matter?
They do.
They are not legacies?
They do.
You don't mention them?
They do.
And you don't mention that you think that you are doing good to the person? That he has come, what he has come to preach is about virtue. Unity. Asumdue, that's all he has come to do. He as a president, he has never put any brick and mortar together. When people are campaigning over brick and mortar in this country.
And what are we seeing?
Okay, today you are telling me that those things are necessary. I partially agree with you that development of a nation is not about brick and mortar.
If those values were entrenched and in place, we will not be having the conversation we are having. Anyway,
one day we'll come on this same topic. One day, I am happy that this is recorded by you.
This is recorded, yes, of course.
That development of a country is not about brick and mortar. It is not about building interchanges.
Because
it's not about...
You see, a nation whose moral fiber has been shredded and
totally agree with you, but that is in part.
These things, you see, let me say this to you.
I agree with you in part.
Listen,
you just put it down.
And bear
we'll
with
come
me.
To this topic one day.
Yes, one day we'll come to it again. A nation
should not be disturbed about.
A nation whose leadership gets 100 Ghana cedis from foreign donors, okay? Whose leader has been able to imbibe and inculcate the values and principles he's talking about, and uses that 100 Ghana cedis on facilities that the people benefit from.
Which facilities?
Meba.
That we don't know.
Meba. And then one.
The facilities that you don't mention, nobody knows.
And then one who receives the same 100 Ghana cedis. The people know that 100 Ghana cedis, he has stolen 70 cedis out of it.
And yet he's able to blow that he has done something.
30 Ghana cedis to do one school, one bridge, one this,
and yet
one that.
He makes noise about it, right?
Yes, he makes noise about it.
So why don't we make the person
Mills even in death, Mills even in death, speaks higher.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody
knows that. So why is this about? He speaks higher. Why are we talking about bridges? Why are we talking about interchanges?
I understand where Audu is going. You know, it is just about Ghana card and then interchange. For instance, if you are suggesting, say, the title Asumdue Hine is better than infrastructural projects, and I believe that is where the conversation Audu. I also excited mentioned
recording.
Recording now. We'll come back to it. I don't know for what.
Somebody didn't interrupt you. Somebody didn't interrupt you. No.
Somebody didn't mention you. I didn't mention you. He's using that as an example.
In a country where when people do not know that the investment people don't know the investment in education.
Yeah, you were asking, sir, I didn't know you say, I'm penny be brave, I'm penny that be brave. Such controversies, basically, I think it's because of where they were buried.
Okay.
Yes, because let me say, a minor any abusiano it's nasi. Enyankita wudi any ebisa say, ebia modeshia na we free mono. Ehifa na mupese yesie no. Because you are asking say Emsata, you know this Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, yesie no premier 3 times. Maybe yesie no outside the country. You didn't be seen call Nkrofo. And I am telling you, perhaps ebia na ye mubi no na yesusu akakra enti sa controversy say ba ye no. We didn't really pay attention to it. But there were controversies. The CPP was very vibrant in the controversy then. What you say? By the end of the day, no, near Omaino, Eka yeno, ena, eteki ye, ena, maybe a wa, and yes, Uncle CSC, a ho as a tourist site. Inti, Mijini say, me mum dear, on a lighter side, they be a, we are president now, be swear oath now. As I see, they can't say, be a, me body no, Mumfanko and answer a your mind, because former presidents are almost I'm sure said in their minds they will be asking, say, hey, inti mi we chino, say nebe, ebi a mewu na enye maban kra na me be som ye no, ene te so. Inti afe ni ye be twi mi fun, ese mi asumdwe hini, we say ye lecture, ya momidi. But I'm telling you, Sammy, my main country, in spite of seme pese ye be trust asem so. Onipa da senibia needs a Kwaku Anyidohu in their lives at a point. Sure, it doesn't necessarily have to be say only war party mu and now say even say a yawo ma me ba na say enye wunuaba loyalty. But who says the NDC the omu ye ni na they are interested in omu issue ni say to show say they were loyal to the man. Masa, why he said na bibia ayedin. And the man said it. Osho Sami Atamil's press conference. He couldn't hide it. I said, our problem with this whole thing is the Kwaku Anyidohu angle in the thing. The Kwaku Anyidohu name a woman, almost say or a buffoon or whatever they decided to describe him as. Nidina woman di enupe. But yante omaimwa, is it wrong say an NGO ebe partner abai ediaye impuntu jumebi? Don't we do it all the time? Inti perhaps it is the Kwaku Anyidohu angle, no? Ena, Eha, NDC. And they should state it clearly. Rather than running around, ye go, Professor Mills, and him see them more. I see Professor Mills cry a modesa or da a daya, a new mu, and the Mekoso Amakan. Sa say, it was the lowest point, the brother of the late president. A good ninuane animasi, a cosi, a seninu that there, in so a good to na odem. I think say largely the issue of loyalty Kwaku has shown say papa no eboano Nilante was trying to give us a historical antecedent say ono no so Kwaku Anyidohu ensa e de koma Professor Mills intidien sebi enam obiso enam duaso ena ahomahu so obeti me na minim we na we nsuko nim no inti. And so what if indeed the story about Nilante is true? Wona now ben papa no so no. When the Asumdwe Park was in a state of neglect, no, did you write to government? But I'm hearing Krasep in planning the activities for commemoration no krano. I don't know how far it's true. To fund their activities.
That is memorial heritage.
The heritage, you know. The memorial heritage, you know. Which is also an NGO, if I am not wrong. Inti to partner them to celebrate the passing of the late president. Inti, if the institute is also doing same, and even institutes ne crowd there, many sure so much letter, much koma aban say aban baby papa no edano enye. Even ebusuafo private families yearly omukọ ekododo baby a omodehye eda me ko me kroma I visit my late mother's tomb. What you say me ko hwe baby a omo de me ba wiase no omo asetena any baby omo da nyese omo asetena ba baby omo da bre etie. And you the family and your family cry, you don't know what they are talking about. Your family, you don't know if it is just the brother Sammy Mills and the family. And now say why the family we say ne ba no ba ye ne ba ne kasa, we are in constant touch. Kadma Mills is the new Abusia Penny, and so what? They should be grateful to Aban, and now say they should be grateful to the nation. I say at a point in Nayakanya Junior Boom, I find it a very good resting place for the late professor.
All right, Sammy.
Some controversy with me say, but moving forward, me say as a mind there should be clear and clearer guidelines. The way I say ye be treaty ye mpanimfo. Look, we never anticipated say ye benya president bi a sebi obe free mu ewo ekonwa so. And ehwa happen no na nka say oman ye fa ho adwen na ye cho to ho say inti say obi nso free mu ewo ekonwa so a. Look, touch wood say bibi sa to oman a will be found wanting the same situation you're finding yourself in because your man into her. There be ad hoc measures, assembly firefighting, assembly na 2 year pe na afena. Yes, I said yepe wadring. Inti, this should teach us something as a nation, as a moving forward. Say otia konyasu no film, and now say we didn't tell me we na ofri mo as on mine saying na yeni na ye. Na a battle between an NGO and a political party and another memorial heritage NGO. My last question. Last question. Enra, the family omule wraith ewo ho. Meboa. Na mi nim say wraith normally editu denso. Because according to the family, the so-called family member no, kwako anyi don nwa ko wia body no. Every asumdwe park inti writ no omuko leye no eden so na omude koto ye was it an empty tomb and omude writ ni koto so anase mpamucho amanyosem yenyim free sa eniema wemu na yentimi ye nyaniema fefefe asoman
Sami medo ase ye beda ne ye ho ne aba ba we still have some 20 minutes to digest these issues. Now I know some so I know you have your own input. We may activate the phone lines and to take your views on this matter and to stay with us. And we have 15 more minutes before the show comes to an end. And a special conversation because the man we are talking about is a man of the people and a person that the people of Ghana respect. And so, my colleagues, many of them in the studio, and so I share my views on this matter of the late Professor John Evans Atta Mills commemoration and celebration. And some of them people, you know, we are Ghana ni, ebe pese ebe te on susu no wadwene on this matter. Enti me wo yem fan say 5 minutes Andy, me the mouth. Una kuta final bite no.
I mean, let me make the distinction. Let me say, meanwhile, Frimpong, I'll touch on it. Regarding the state's responsibility towards the Asumdwe or the Asumdwe Park and that of the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. In that case, because the state made a request to the family and the family accepted and released the body. And that was, in some Awudu was trying to give a background, the number of times I must see Kwame Nkrumah. On the issue of Kwesi, on the issue of Yera Misata, any Vice President Aliu Mahama, any Papa J, J.J. Rawlings. Let me say, when state no put in the request, the families decline. Until almost or more. So the state has no responsibility towards where their mortal remains is housed. That is the distinction.
But Andy, let me just add,
even that
request to the state.
The state will do it.
Yes.
The state will do it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's about request.
But you see, that is what you are talking about. It's about request. Fine. I'm saying now, can't be said. The legacies of Atta Mills, apart from the Asumdwe, fine. That one you cannot take it away. But me person me can say from 2013, but from the day na Papa no call the crèche no, he no maka say President Mills and I way this the tangibles. That is what we are talking about. He no maka say on I way. Here, and I make say there has been this attempt to arbitrate it. But let me mention few projects that was started here. A source of funding to Hono. Let me start. The UGMC, that fund, almost started, it was President Mills. When you talk about the second litter change, President Mills, on a source of funding almost started here. UHAS, that university now was Volta Regional Capital. You talk about the university now, see was Sunyane. You talk about the KJTR market. the Greater Accra Hospital, formerly Rich Hospital, on a source of fund almost started here. Met me mention bebre. But me busa say President Mills ekoni crutch no project ben on my commissioner omotimi akase we green book anye bia no green book and no more mention am say Mills Mahama administration. Into all projects now we here within that Mills Mahama administration no President Mills won ka ho. But
is that not what the administration was known for? The Mills Mahama administration.
But project ben on my year modern account. I see. I'm saying it's a government is continuum and captured under the chapter 6
but not part of the work.
Captured under the chapter 6 of the year 1992 constitution, the directive principle of state policy. Abambi started bibia. Listen, as I said, yeah, so uba continue. Aha, into politics now. Sometimes you play because we need election now. Move so in your next we say this and you argue one say oh I must win the next election so I say oh you be near abanda than I know I say that to there be and no name more amagana no. Sammy, yeah, sir, we are talking about the legacy of the late Mills and
topic corruption.
In Crawford, we at the Atamils Institute, no, and yes, sir, we are trying to merchandise the legacy of the late president for money. We've never done it, and that is not our target, and we won't do that. It's about believing in the man and our resolve to project and preserve the legacy. Here, Ninia Samuel Atamils call Koku names, which given this opportunity and on this platform, it's so revered that I won't repeat those words. The unpalatable way see how they describe a Koku. But assuming say Nyama Walker or Professor a small boy and already here at the time Koku resigned from the Metropolitan and Allied Bank as the head of Treasury and executive secretary to a chief executive. The late Asiago, I'll be a Juma man as his head of communications. Ewa Kuku Hill. Now I know Sami Owe. The person that you want Ghanaian believe say, and Sebio, Onim Nyansa, he's nobody. At that time now or US. Now to Tupano.
Yeah, Debbie. No. Andy, no. I wouldn't allow that. No way. Andy, this is not going to be allowed in the show. And seriously, I need you to retract that statement.
That was his job.
You have already said that.
But
you have already said that this is a revered platform.
No, but that was his job.
I agree with you.
No.
But
I was trying to draw a distinction between the two.
No.
Sammy,
you agree with
when
me?
He called, what is the crime? When he referred to the man.
Debbie,
wait. When he referred to the man as a buffoon, Debbie, you were happy?
But you are just repeating what you say. You're not even going to repeat in the first place.
Because of what?
You have already stated, Andy. Listen, you have already stated that this platform is so revered. You don't even want to repeat it.
Because of your unfair position. There's nothing wrong with it. That was the job he was doing. And it's a tried knowledge.
You see, there is nothing wrong with. No, you see, you guys.
If you ask him to retract, my biggest friends will be angry with you.
You see, how do?
Omo baking bread, they'll be angry with you.
That was his job.
What is wrong with baking bread? What is wrong with baking bread?
Andy, train. How do? Mijina, me, maton kushiapen.
Oh.
No, let me make a point. But you see, it is not needful. It is not needful. It is not needful. So Bakachem so.
No.
It is not needful. So Bakachem so because Asima Banipana Kasentino who reference the Jumana Osano Oye and maybe who doesn't grow in life.
I reference. Oh, you are saying
who doesn't grow in life? Who hasn't come through a process?
At the time, only Juna or boy.
Debbie. Andy.
A bad job.
You see, in what way are you communicating that?
I am saying, listen.
I don't get you.
You see,
Sammy.
No, Andy.
In what way? So,
Sammy, I'll tell my.
You see what you are doing.
You see, go straight to the point and make a case. You are making a case, and you go to the person's.
I don't want to advertise on bread here, even though
who was born standing on the platform.
A1.
No, let's not do that. That I disagree. Let's go.
Baking is lucrative.
You see, it's the same thing that happened to the A1 guy. When A1 started his bakery thing and he was selling by the roadside, and a man for starting to say, "Oh, I'm who fell." Debbie, you see. let's not allow that. Let's not allow that. Let's not allow that. Let's not allow that. I don't want us to do that. You see, me say, and then Yanko Papa Jano, and maybe I'm now Utoma bro.
Sammy,
no, it depends. Sammy, I am not talking about the work. It's where you are coming from to make that example. Yes. Your mission will not be allowed. Your mission will not be allowed.
The point I was trying, the Sammy, the point I was trying to make is say,
so is it not? You are making good money.
No, yes, I'm making good money, but you see, in what context was he referencing the man?
Why? It's about work.
No. You are the one who was denigrating them.
See, Samreno, Nakoko Anidohu, Ejuma, resigning, Ewo Bank. And as our time, no,
come to me. Mami be phone lines in Fantum. I come in 5 minutes. There be opportunity be amba. There be. Back to me. Yeah, to also na. Yeah, to also na. Mimi, untimi me hwehwa me. Mama. When your sponsorship, okay. When your sponsorship, dear mama. Your sponsorship in this is.
Hello. Hello.
Sir. Okay, all right.
Hello.
Oh, my sister, no.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Mommy wish you birthday. Minia, minutes na classroom. Me young Cobra Dr. Emmanuel Aifa, or Deputy Country Director, Emma Send Ghana. Or send me a message with Emma Nedofu. Or say, kindly wish my beautiful wife, Dr. Rebecca Nana Ya Aifa, a lecturer at the Department of Economics, University of Ghana, happy 40th birthday on air for me. It's yet another beautiful day to celebrate a special woman in my life. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I always count myself blessed to have an amazing woman like you as my wife. 1,000 love messages won't be enough to express how much I appreciate and love you. You mean so much to me. Afishapa, Dr. Rebecca Nanaya Aifa, my love. Remain blessed. This is coming from my brother, Emmanuel Aifa. And this Aifa guy I just mentioned, has got some of the features of Professor Atta Mills. This guy. Humble, meek, modest, principled, firm, and lovely. Aifa, that's it. Sebapano, or maybe the president came. Ati. Yeah.
No, I don't feel the same will be. Me bra penny. What you say, your friend no, Mama G.
Okay.
A very lovely woman. Look, affable. Your kase Mama G kwa say me man show ewo ahase. Unti ono ochina any birthday. Eye Mama G boutique, Mama G restaurant. What you say? Inti Mr. Mon wish ochina nsuga munsa mo di Mama G because ochina ya the breakfast for Mama G eatery. Apa no eka ho ebeba efia. Inti mia minua penny eye Joyce Yafe. Mr. Say Nyankopon angasa inshallah. Na onto unkwandem enche bia POP ni ebesane na will return to the dancing floor again. Me da sesame.
Na you won't say Samuel Minia nti na down for na ni nia so me so Minia me nim no de but me wish no happy birthday ochina Mama G.
Na eno nche say the pan beba custodian.
Oh that be say beba ha me so manya bi atafre.
You
at Africa. You wish you Mama G, I wish you a happy birthday.
On that note, Madam Asset, some Andy and audio. And the Mama Gimedia and I butu too much.
Oh, and you butu.
Yeah, Benya, and in the sports ever Nafi, ETV. yɛatoa so nti no yɛde bɛsi hanom sɛ na yɛnhyia ɛwɔ happy sports webɛnya bampo ɛne ne team no aha ɛna yɛde bɛsi